everyone. Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. I am your host, Miss Gigi. Please press that three if you guys can hear me. I am coming to you guys with some real news. Hold on for 1 second. Press that three. Hold on. DJ, give me some tunes real quick. I just have to. Come on now. All right, I am back. How you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing well. Man, did you guys hear about it? Donald Trump found guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty. We all knew he was guilty, but we had I did not have no idea. I have been losing faith in the government. You know, social media is full of all these MAGA campaigns. It's like MAGA, they don't even live outside of real life. They just stay on the internet. And all these Russian bots, they say Russian is paying African people to be bots on this internet. Okay? We be seeing a whole bunch of bots. And their target is definitely in the Black community. They have been trying to get my Black butt, but I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm Black and I say, hell no. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. So anyway, he has been doing interviews, Trump, and he has been talking and threatening. He says that his people will not allow him to go to jail. If he goes to jail, America, you're done. You are finished, because ever since he has been accounted for the wrongdoings that he did, his people has been breaking down. You know, they kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We've seen the type of people that follow him, a lot of cult leaders. They do believe that he is the savior. They do worship him as the Antichrist. I mean, you know, their savior. So they are willing to do a January 6th times 50. Okay, can you imagine that? A January 6 times 50 around the whole globe. So never mind me. I do have some video footage that I would love to react to a few people. And you know how I do with my reactions. I do have the phone number up. I do have the link up if you guys want to call in. Just be respectful. And I'm just looking in the comment section. Just look at academics. What about academics? Let me look in the comment section. What's going on? Lativia J, how you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Can we give a big old shout out to the moderators? What's up, Lisa Wilson? How you doing, baby? What's up, Betty? All right. So when we talk about these topics, the algorithm does not want us to talk about the truth. Okay. In the past, I have been doing a lot of messy gossip. I have been doing gossip that don't mean nothing. So now I am, being more diverse, and I'm talking about real news. And honey, I've been getting a lot of pushback. So I need you guys to push me up and hit the likes, comment, share, and engage with us, because our voices need to be heard. We don't need to just be talking about Netta and Charles and what they doing and this doing. We need to also talk about real stuff that goes on that will affect each and one of us, that would affect our generation, okay? Our rights will be taken back, okay? Okay, God damn it. Ooh, my ancestors is calling my name. Do you hear me? My ancestors, okay? They said, rise up, rise up. This is the time, rise up. Y'all getting too comfortable. Y'all are getting too comfortable out here in these streets. So Sofa said academics usually have some sort of Trump-related segment where he pushes him on his audience. Gigi, your voice really is important to cut through the bullshit. Yeah, well, Sophie, you have to realize too, academics, his demographic is so different. Academics, he is a pedo. He is an evil guy. So of course, I wouldn't expect nothing less for him. to go that route. So let's go here. Okay. And I got some other Black brothers that are speaking out about it that I want you guys to look at before. Hold on. If I can do this. I want to let me show you something. Have you guys heard him? He is an intelligent Black man, Reese Waters, and I will be looking at him. So yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of times, the ignorant ones are always the face and the most majority and the loudest, but don't mean they're right. Just because you loud does not mean you right. And before we do get on some topics, they had this. Hold on, let me put this down for 1 second. Because I want to show you guys this. What they had. Look at this. Look. Now you see at the top of the scroll, it says Donald Trump waving at his 100K supporters. Look at it.
See you later.
Now, do y'all see the 100K supporters? You see how they lie? You see how they lie? Press 1 if you saw the 100K supporters. Press 5 if you did not see it. Okay? You see how they lie? They on here talking about he did a Netta and Charles. Girl, the people over here are big mad because you guys know a lot of bots that are mega, all of a sudden they are interested in hip hop news, right? So they come into a lot of these hip hop forums and now they're saying this and they are being outraged, okay? They don't mind us talking and downing Black men. They don't mind us talking and taking care of our own and holding our own accountable. And we do. We hold our own people accountable. But when it's time for them to hold their people accountable, it's like, oh, you can't touch our people. Oh, no, you can't touch. He's untouchable. He can do no wrong. Bullshit. Okay? So why did this shit keep on popping up? All right, so I want to go here first. No, actually, I want to go here. And I got to put the credits below. I want to take care of this video because I was watching it and it was so good. Let's go.
The Fox propaganda machine was in full force and effect, not surprisingly, this weekend, trying to normalize that the leader of the Republican Party is now convicted on 34 separate felony counts on a Sunday morning interview with Donald Trump. Fox heavily cut and edited this interview because Donald Trump was a ranting, raving lunatic. Still, even with their edits and cuts, this interview is just something else. Let me share with you some of the lowlights of what went down. Here, Donald Trump is responding to a question about being on house arrest or in prison. And notice how Fox heavily edits what he...
Yes, let me tell you about Fox. Fox, they are so corrupt. They are so corrupt. They are heavily corrupt. And Donald Trump, he did do an interview earlier today at Fox and everybody was talking about it. They also talked about how he said he did not tell people to lock her up. Lock her up. Press 5 if you remember. Lock her up. That's what he was saying about Hilary Clinton. That's what his people were saying about Hilary Clinton. So why he gonna lie now, especially when we got the video footage, But that's how they are. They lie. They changed history. They don't want you to believe history. You know what they say about our history? When we talk about our history, they say, oh, you're spreading misinformation. Bullshit. You spreading misinformation. Okay? Okay, you don't want people to learn the truth about our history and what really goes on. Let's go.
As there's an abrupt cut. I want you to watch it.
When it comes to the legal maze that you're still facing, and the judge could decide to say, hey, house arrest or even jail.
It could
face what that could.
I'm okay with it. I saw one of my lawyers the other day on television saying, oh, no, you don't want to do that to the president. I said, you don't beg for anything. You just, the way it is, think of it. They have all my books,
Then Donald Trump, in a not so veiled threat, says, I don't think the public will stand for me being imprisoned or being...
What did that supposed to mean? I don't think the public will stand. Nigga, I stand for you being in prison. I want to know, would you guys stand for Donald Trump to be in prison for breaking the laws? Would you guys stand for Donald Trump to do some jail time for being a felon? Press 2 if you stand for it, okay? Because if this was anybody else, they would definitely do jail time. So y'all need to have that same energy all across the board. We are sick and tired of these white rich men like Donald Trump that get so much privilege. They get a pass on everything. How y'all talk to them, how y'all carry them is like spoiled little kids. Enough is enough. They are no better than anybody else.
Or house arrest. Yeah, I think the public will be perfectly okay with that because that's what law and order is. You convicted felon, you. Here, play this clip.
But so that could happen. I don't know that the public would stand it. I'm not sure the public would stand for it.
We'll stand for it, Trump. We'll stand. The only people that's going to be screaming and breaking down is your cult, your mega cult people. And this is it's sad out here how so many people are worshiping these people and these pastors and things. That's why Diddy. Do you guys remember Diddy? He said he wanted to be like a pastor because of all that influence and all that power. Well, shit, Trump is the same. He just didn't go to church route. They worship this man, okay?
With a,
You're saying if they tried house arrest or
I think it would be tough for the public to take. At a certain point, there's a breaking point.
people ask you, why do you?
And that's the threats that they push over and over again. They're not actually talking about facts ever, right? They just attack the judge, attack the jury, attack the prosecutors, attack the judge's daughter.
And that's all they do. Do you ever notice when you're talking about Trump and he's guilty for something? Well, what about Biden? Bitch, we ain't talking about Biden. Biden is not on trial. We're talking about Trump. Okay, they can because they know they're wrong. All they're gonna do is deflect, make excuses. Well, what about the immigration? They're gonna take over. Bitch, stop with the lies. What are they going to take over? Huh? Cleaning up that goddamn toilet that you don't want to clean? That you got an attitude for it? Why are black people fighting over peanuts and scraps? You black, you've been in this country for a while now. Why don't you fight for being a goddamn doctor or a dentist? Fight for the big jobs they don't want you to have. You should be living good. Shit. Them goddamn immigrants jobs, they ain't gonna pay much and they're gonna do a good ass job because they're just so thankful to have a goddamn job. I don't got a problem with them. Okay, run them goddamn toilets do. Okay, shit, y'all don't want to do it. Hell, and y'all eating good. Y'all are eating good. I'm hearing, well, everybody broke and inflation. Bullshit. Didn't they say y'all gave Donald Trump $200 million? Yeah, that sounds like a country that's really struggling in their finances. Y'all rich. I don't got that money to give. It's a lot of poor people out here. Y'all are trying to lock up poor people and homeless people when y'all have big fat pockets to give. I don't see y'all donating that to them people because you don't give a damn about homeless people. You don't care about nobody but yourself. All you want is power and control, God damn it. And motherfuckers ain't even bothering y'all, but you want to bother them. That's all you think about is other people and trying to control other people because you upset when they're happy, okay? You upset, they happy, and you sitting up there miserable. Look at what they doing. Look at what they doing. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it should be banned. That should be banned. That shouldn't be. Bitch, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Sit your ass down. Well, why? What they got to do with you? Huh? But let's go.
And they give all of these threats, right? If Donald Trump is convicted, the stock market's going to crash. If Donald Trump is not elected, the economy is going to crash.
That's all they do is lie and push fear. If they're not pushing fear, if they're not pushing lies, what is it? And you know what's funny about it? They try so hard and they are struggling and they are still tied in the polls. They are so neck and neck in the polls. I would think after all this fight they do, after all this money they got, in the media, it is saturated with bots, okay? That's all they do is stay at home. They work from home and just be bots on social media and making up blog posts because they want to get in the mind of Black people. They do realize Black people are really into gossip, and that is how they can penetrate you, is through a lot of gossip shit and all that. So, honey, that's all they doing. They not even outside no more. Okay. They not enjoying their time. You know, we are outside having a good time, spending time with our family. And you know what they're doing? They're locked in a room on the computer, crying and boo-hooing, talking to their friends, how they just hate America and how horrible America is. I don't know about y'all, but I am blessed. Okay. God woke me up this morning. God gave me breath. I can walk. I can talk. I am blessed. Do you hear me? And honey, they ain't blessed. They sad and miserable and depressed. Okay. And that's a choice. Okay. They choose to be miserable. Okay. Because they don't want you to be happy. They want everybody to be miserable like they do. Everybody don't want to be miserable like you, motherfucker. Okay. Okay. So let's keep on going on. Let's keep on going on.
False, and very, very false. In fact, record highs of the stock market after Donald Trump was convicted. The stock that performed bad when Donald Trump was convicted was Donald Trump's stock, Trump Media, which lost $300 million in the last quarter and only earned $700,000 in revenue. But nonetheless, like all scammy Trump things, in my opinion, is true.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? How much money they lost in that Trump? And yeah, Trump got a lot of scandals. He's a scandalous mother sucker. Now, Kat in the comment section said, what you been on, G? I've been on some truth serum. You want some? Huh? I've been on some truth serum, girl. You want some? Okay. Okay. Relieve yourself from the pain, Kat. I know you mad. You big mad. Okay. If you mad, you know what? I don't even give a damn. Stay mad. Put a cape around your goddamn your neck. Put a cape around your goddamn neck and get super mad, okay? Oh my God. Tell her, y'all, tell her to put a cape around that neck and get super mad, okay? Keep the cape on, girl.
At highly inflated valuations. And I think that is a very obvious opinion to have right there. Oh, then Donald Trump in this interview states that he never, ever said that Hillary Clinton should be locked up. I mean, really? Donald Trump says, I've never said lock her up. It was actually, he throws his supporters.
And he lies. He lies just like this goddamn angels. Call yourself an angel. I'm talking about Gigi, girl, lady, honey, you here. You don't have to listen, but you choose to, okay? You choose to, okay? And it's sad that people can have a freedom of speech, Angel. You want to take away people's freedom of speech. Ain't that sad? You got so many people that Angel, why you ain't going over academics? They say they pushed Trump. Why you ain't going over academics, huh?
To the bus. It was actually my supporters who said that we need to lock Hillary Clinton up. Here, play this clip.
I want to follow up on what Rachel asked you, though, because I hear you struggling with it. I hear you say it's a tough question, a bit unsure. You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up. You declined to do that as president.
I beat her. It's easier when you win. And they all said lock her up. And I felt, and I could have done it, but I felt it would have been a terrible thing. And then this happened to me. And so I may feel differently about it. I can't tell you, I'm not sure I can answer the question. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay. Then we won. And I said pretty openly, I say, all right, come on, just relax. Let's go. We got to make our country great. Yeah. And it would have been, think of it. You lock up the wife of a president of the United States.
They want to lock you up over $130,000 of an accounting thing. And
a perfectly stated accounting thing. But, people also say, can you bring the country together? And the answer is yes. Success will bring the country together because I had it together. Before the...
Oh, my God. No, you did not. I remember those 4 years of terror. When Trump got up there on that damn throne it was like the spirit of hate. It was like a dark cloud over America. You know, people just started being more hateful everywhere. People started, the races, they started to get more confident. And it was just like all this shit you seen out here. It was horrible. I remember that energy. That was not a good feel energy. And I don't want that shit again, because when Trump follows darkness, dark clouds follow Trump. Now, I'm cool with sleeping with Biden. You know, sleepy Biden is boring. Biden is definitely boring. I'd rather have boring and peace than all this darkness and this evilness that follow Trump. Okay, I can't deal with that. Let's go.
Virus came in. I had it together. We really had it together. And it would have stayed. I think it would have stayed. Everybody was doing better. The country was doing better than it had ever done. And we're going back to those same policies and then some.
And notice what Donald Trump is doing there. This is what he did in the insurrection. This is what he always does.
Angel talking about when you was paying dollar for it. I don't give a damn about paying an extra dollar for a pump when I'm at peace of mind. And when I'm at peace of mind, Angel, why are you tripping? Y'all are giving him $200 million. You ain't hurting for no money, girl. You still gonna run over there and fill your gas up to go see him, right? Right? All this over a pump? Girl, please. I got better, serious, more issues, okay, than a goddamn pump at the gas station. Angel, maybe have you ever considered maybe you need to sit your ass down somewhere? Huh? Sit down, Angel. You don't got to keep running up and goddamn. First of all, I get so tired of it's too many people on the road. I don't like traffic. And I would think if the gas went up so good and y'all complaining so much, sit your ass down. Stay at home. But your bitch asses, y'all still not staying at home. Traffic is still effed up, okay? So the gas cannot be that high, okay? The gas can't be that high because y'all still out here. Y'all still out here going to clubbing. Y'all still out here being treacherous. Y'all still out here marching. Y'all still out here doing what y'all do. Okay? Cry me a river.
Throws people under the bus because now that Donald Trump's likely to get locked up, he wants to distance himself from saying that people should be locked up. So I never said that. Those are my supporters who said that. Okay, well, why don't we I could probably show us what dozens and dozens of times Donald Trump said this, but let me show you this right here. October 16th, 2020, right? I could go back to the 2016 race, but let's just go to October 16th, 2020, when Donald Trump said it. Play this clip.
All right. So you guys know about the commercials. Angel, what you smoking on? Talking about we exposing the wicked and the pedos. Well, are you exposing Trump for saying grab him by the kitty cat? If that's not a pedo, isn't that something the pedo would say? Huh? Isn't it something a pedo would say, grab them by the vajayjay? That is nothing a gentleman would say. That is nothing a Christian man would say. That is something a pedo would say. Grab them by the kitty cat. That is so degrading. And to be comfortable to say it in front of the world, okay, we got that on video. And a lot of stuff he be saying, and a lot of stuff we don't even know he be saying that behind the scenes. Okay.
I'll tell you something, though. Just lock them up. You shouldn't lock them up. Lock up the Bidens. Lock up Hillary. Lock them up. Can you imagine?
By the way, then your son, Eric Trump, said his favorite chant that he loves to lead, and he loves when Donald Trump leads it at the Trump events, is the lock her up chant about Hillary Clinton. Play the clip.
Remember that little chant that we had back in 2016? It was Drain Swamp. We had a lot of good chants, right? Like lock her up. That was a good chant.
But isn't it interesting how those tables turn? Isn't it interesting how God works? After all, God is in control of everything. You understand? And Trump made songs about lock her up. And now his very life is at stake to be locked up. You see how them tables turn? You got to watch what you put out here, because you thinking you're trying to diss somebody and hurt somebody. Baby, that karma is like a boomerang. It's going to come right back at your ass. Okay? Okay. It's so interesting how this is playing out.
I like that chant, lock her up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, lock her up. Wait, what other good chants did we have in 2016? Oh, now we have Let's Go Brandon, right? We had Build a Wall. Yeah, that was a good one. But we had Drain the Swamp. Everybody remember Drain the Swamp.
And then you have all of your surrogates out there saying it as well. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene saying it. Play this clip.
We need to put Hillary Clinton in jail.
Oh, I can't stand this heifer. Oh, I can't stand this heifer. Oh, I can't stand this one right here. Ooh, I can't stand it. Jasmine, where's she at? Can you get this big back? I can't even say what Jasmine be saying, but honey, I can't stand this one right here. Okay, you know what? I just want to vote for Biden. I want to vote for anybody that's going to get her ass out. Okay. Whoever's going to get Marjorie Greene Taylor out, I'm with you. Okay. If you supporting her, I can't deal with you. I can't.
Yeah. Lock her up. That's right. We are not going to have people hacking and breaking in and spying on the president of the United States. I don't care what political party they are.
Then Donald Trump whines that certain people were allowed to testify who shouldn't have been able to testify. And then he says that, talks about the grand jury. He says, Robert Costello was not allowed to testify before the grand jury. Well, one, what are you even talking about there? It's not even accurate. But number two, Robert Costello testified at the criminal trial. Robert Costello was the worst witness ever. Robert Costello, the MAGA lawyer who you put up on the stand against the advice of your lawyer, basically collapsed on the stand and said, oh, I was never actually looking out for Donald Trump's interest. I was just focused on helping Michael Cohen. Well, that was proven to be utterly false. But here, let's play this clip.
And then they indict you and they go to a grand jury and they don't use Bob Costello's testimony. You know, they use almost none of it. They didn't want him before the grand jury because he's very persuasive. This judge didn't want him to talk. They shouldn't have allowed certain people to testify. It was totally wrong that they did that.
So then Donald Trump attacks the jury. Play the clip.
Remember, Bragg didn't want to do the case. He came out. He said, there's no case. And how can you have a witness like so-and-so? I'm not allowed to mention the name. Can you believe this? This guy's allowed to have shows, television shows. I'm not allowed to mention the name. It's so unfair. But regardless, you know, you have to really play the hand that you're dealt. And then you had a jury that was, you know, from a certain persuasion. Would have been hard to do no matter what. But I did absolutely nothing wrong. I mean, absolutely, think of it.
The lies. He did do stuff wrong. Okay. You did. But you know what? In his mind, he didn't do anything wrong. Who does that sound like? When you do a crime, but they believe it's not a crime, but it's a crime. And this is what we're going to have to deal with.
Notice what he says there, of a certain persuasion. Then Donald Trump attacks all of the evidence and he goes, have you ever seen the ledger? We saw it all. It was the evidence, perhaps because you were sleeping throughout the trial, or you were whining about how cold it was, or more likely just because you're an absolute liar.
Now, why was he sleeping in the trial? You know what? When I saw Trump sleeping in that trial, I thought to myself, I said, oh, you know, he must got this in the bag. You know, he must know he's going to win this because he's so disrespectful. He's so arrogant to be sleeping. Girl, when I find out he was guilty, honey, the Holy Ghost came over me. Okay. Girl, the Holy Ghost came over me. I wanted to buy me some ice cream that night. Okay. So I don't know. I want to know what y'all think. Why was Donald Trump sleeping in the court? Is it because of health issues? He can't focus. He was up all night with freaky people, because they say he loves them freaky girls. He have an addiction to them freaky girls. So let's go.
But we saw all of the evidence here. Play the clip.
I pay a lawyer. He wasn't a fixer. He was a lawyer at the time. I pay a lawyer, and he's a lawyer. It's called legal expense. A bookkeeper, without ever speaking to me, because she did the right thing, who's been with me for years.
Lady A, what? He done farted. Oh my God, that's some nasty trifling shit, Trump. Nobody want to smell Donald and then he farted. I can't believe you said that. And he farted on purpose. Is Lady A telling the truth about this? I ain't never heard that. Press 1 if Donald Trump out here farting. Press 5 if you ain't never heard that either. I don't believe she's lying, but I can't believe that he is up. I can't believe he's up there farting. Why is he farting like that? Shit, I don't know. I hope to get his age one day. When you get a certain age, you can't hold that shit in. What happened to your bowel movements when you get that age? What happened to that hole? I mean, did that hole, it doesn't tighten up anymore? I mean, what? I'm so lost. Why would he do that?
Marks it down as legal expense. In other words, I paid a legal expense. It's marked down as a legal expense. And they say that's a fraud. What am I going to call it? Did you ever see a ledger? Do you ever study accounting? The line's like about an inch long and 1/8 of an inch wide. You can't write the story, but there is no story. If you pay a legal expense and you write it down as a legal expense.
Then Donald Trump states that he wants to end the Department of Education. I'll show you that.
I'll give you an example.
Is it every month?
I'll give you mentioned
every year.
Yeah, you mentioned the kids. So,
girl, y'all talking about some old people fart. Child, listen, I thought about getting a sugar daddy, but after this, I don't want to smell my sugar daddy's fart. Never mind. If old people got if they fart not like this, I can't take that shit. Okay. And like I said, I hope I get to that age. Oh, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Farting on yourself. Damn, it's funny how life is. When you get to a point, when you get old, they say you shit on yourself when you fart on yourself. I mean, that is a mind trip for some people, right? I would think. Honey. Ooh wee.
Going to cut the Department of Education, let it be run locally. We have this
end
mess.
the Department of Education?
End
Federal Department of
it, other
Education?
than to have a little tiny coordination. It would be nice to make sure that everybody's
Smaller.
teaching English.
Yeah.
Let them learn English, okay?
I love this.
But no, we're cutting the Department of
love it.
Education. I was ready to do it before. And then again, the COVID really, if we didn't throw money at that, you would have had a depression. We would have been in a depression. And when I got out, the stock market was higher than when just before COVID came in.
So that will be
we're
the
gonna
first
be
thing.
doing-
That will be the first
Oh,
department.
it's going to
you're
happen. That's
cut.
going to happen
I
immediately.
love it.
We're going to do like Department of Interior. There's so many things you can do.
Donald Trump says that Americans who don't
No, I don't like that cutting education. Why don't you take his $200 million? Y'all got money to donate $200 million. Why don't you donate that? Shit, he got money. Y'all got money. The mega people, whoever y'all are, y'all not struggling. Y'all got money. Y'all got money. Y'all are good.
support him are more dangerous to our country than Russia and China. Play the clip.
People don't want to be impeached. They don't want to be indicted by these scoundrels who are much more evil than people. I'm telling you, China and Russia, they're not the problem. We have a problem from within.
Rainbow Kid, don't you start with me, okay? Don't you start with me, Rainbow Kid. You want to go around and push your agenda and want everybody to think like you. Everybody not going to think like you, Rainbow Kid. Everybody not going to agree with you, Rainbow Kid, okay? I may not be as educated as you are on the topic, Rainbow Kid, but guess what? I can get educated and I can form my own damn opinion, Rainbow Kid. Okay? I don't want Rainbow Kid educating me because Rainbow Kid is going to come from a biased position.
It's really bad. So he let us down. The key to really good government, where we had like Lighthizer and some of these people that were really good, it's the person that's at the top. If you get the right person, it's like magic.
Then Donald Trump says that climate change isn't real. He attacks the concept of climate change. He goes, actually,
now we know climate change is real. It's a
beneficial.
real thing.
It actually helps give us more beachfront property. Play the clip.
The single biggest threat, not global warming. When they say that.
Angel, please stop your shit, okay? Don't let me get Jasmine up here. Jasmine is very educated on the topic, but the thing is, once you get educated, it doesn't mean that people are going to agree with you or believe how you think. That's what you got to understand, okay? And thank you, Sister Soul. Trump ain't educated. Trump ain't the number one qualified to be in a position. But because we are in the world of popularity, you know, he's popular. Thank you, Sister Soldier. You better tell their ass Trump not even educated. Rainbow Kid is probably more educated than Trump. And okay, y'all need to stop the bull crap. Like the goddamn video.
The seas will rise over the next 400 years, 1/8 of an inch, you know, which means basically you have a little more beachfront property, okay? Think of it. The seas are going to rise. Who knows? But this is the big threat. I watched Biden the other night. It's the greatest existential. He loves that word because it's a big word and he thinks, you know, he knows. He doesn't even know what the hell the word means. He goes, it's the greatest existential threat to our country, global warming.
Donald Trump then whines and says, this is also just a total lie. He goes, whenever we would object, that Justice Juan Merchan would deny our objections. But whenever the prosecution would object, those objections would always be sustained. That's just not even true.
I know you not. I know you lying. Yeah, I see you in a mean bitch. Mean bitch. Take your troll ass somewhere else. Talking about victimized mentality from this channel. You the Democrats. Hold on. Wait. Who's playing victim this week? Huh? Comment in the comment section. Who got the victimized mentality this week? Mean bitch. Okay? Last time I checked, the Dems, they ain't out here crying. Last time I checked, it's the MAGAs out here breaking down, crying, playing a victimized mentality. Okay? Let's get that clear. Let's go.
Merchan granted a lot of what Trump's lawyers asked for. They denied a lot of things that the prosecution wanted in, just as Merchan did. But, you know, never let a good MAGA whiny conspiracy get in the way of, you know, facts and data and evidence. Here, play the clip.
Well, when you object to something, your lawyers object, good lawyers, professional lawyers, good records, nice people. You know, I've had a lot of lawyers that weren't nice, and sometimes you're better off that way. These are really fine people. They'd object, not accepted. When the government, meaning the DA, Bragg, when he said something, all right, good, that's fine. Go ahead, more. But
finally, Donald Trump speaks about Melania, and Donald Trump's like, well, there's all these salacious details that are out there, and it's so unfair that Melania.
Yeah, Sister Soldier said, listen how uneducated he talked. Very uneducated. And they want to talk about some education. Honey, they need to add that education because look at Trump. Okay. All right, so I do want to look at other people videos as well that's talking about this.
The Sunday morning shows to desperately repair.
You know what? Since I did a white man, let me break a black man in, and then I'll go back to the white man. How about that? I trying to get diversity. Black man, white man, black man, white man. Y'all like that?
Out of that sentence, it's just a little bit less racist. Still racist,
Just a little bit.
And you see, this was 2 hours ago. You know, this was 2 hours. This is recent.
That's racist.
Shout out to Reese Waters. He said Donald Trump is racist of the week.
Welcome to Racist of the Week. My name is Reese Waters. This is where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the page, and definitely leave me any possible suggestions for nominees in the comments. Today's nominee, convicted felon Donald Trump.
Damn, that gotta hurt. Oh, that hurt you. Are your feelings hurt? Convicted felon. Ooh, a felon. He will always be a felon. He will go down in history as a felon. That gotta hurt. Didn't they say he would never be a felon? They lied. And they said that's the only reason why he really want to be the president too. You know, because if he makes president, I guess he can try to take that off. But honey, what's today's date? June the 2nd, 2024. You as a felon. You're going to always be a felon. You can't change that. Convicted.
The context of the fact that if they're, as we've talked about, going to now start referring to former President Trump as convicted felon Donald Trump.
Oh, no, it's not for the mugshots comment.
And then I got indicted a second time and a third time and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against.
Or the
Hold on. Wait. Black people. Is that why y'all like him? The black people that like him? Because I don't even know who's black or white. It don't matter, but it matters because we're talking about black and white situations. Donald Trump said the reason why you black people like him is because, say it again, Donald. Let's hear this.
It's not for the mugshots comment.
And then I got indicted a second time and a third time and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against.
Or
okay, so black people, they relate with felons, and black people relate to criminals because criminals has been discriminated against because they are criminal and felons. So it's the association with felons and black people. Let me tell y'all something. All black people are not felons, okay? Okay? Being a criminal and being a felon is not a black thing. Okay? What do y'all think? Being a felon and being a criminal and being black, that shit don't correlate. That do not correlate. We will not accept that stereotype. We will not accept that stereotype. That is very offensive.
Bringing two felons on stage to endorse him and appeal to black people.
Come on up, fella.
Injustice in the criminal system. Now, he said what he said, Lady A. Did you hear what he said? Huh?
Rapper Sleepy Hollow.
They always gonna whisper your accomplishments.
Now, you know damn well Trump do not care about no Sleepy Hollow. Was he listening to Sleepy Hollow 5 or 10 years from now? He don't care. He just using these clowns. Just like he did with Kodak Black. And this is how they see y'all, okay? As black rappers and drug addicts and gangsters, okay? I bet you he wouldn't have a white hip-hop artist. It's a lot of young white hip-hop artists that's knuckleheads that want to be black. I bet you he ain't going to put them on the forefront, huh? I bet you he's not going to put the white version of Cardi B up here. I bet you that. I bet you he ain't going to put the white version of Kodak Black. Okay? Okay, he ain't going to do that shit, but he definitely going to do it with the niggas. Let's okay, just like, okay, do you remember when he hired those two black older ladies and they was ghetto and one of them died? I think she died from COVID. I don't know what she died from. Y'all remember that? Oh, I'm voting for Trump. Oh, yes, honey. Oh, yes. Girl, he had the chicken sitling. And that lets you know how they really feel about your ass, okay? They see you as entertainment hoes, okay? You are yes, diamond and silk. That's how they see you, as entertainment.
And shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Or even the sneakers. It doesn't even.
The sneakers. What was the sneakers about? Oh, because black people. Oh, they trying to say black people like sneakers. No, what, girl? This says a lot. And he's doing all of this, and he still is in tie with the polls. I got a feeling Donald Trump ain't gonna win, y'all. They're gonna be big mad. They doing a lot. Trump is really doing the most. Like, he is being very desperate, and his voters are very desperate, and they're gonna get their feelings hurt in November. It's a reason why Biden is so quiet, huh? It's a reason why. Shit, we were like, well, goddamn, what the Democrats at? The Dems need to rally and energize their base. The Dems got something up their sleeve, okay? They got something up the sleeve. They got something up that goddamn sleeve. And for Trump to be so desperate and doing all these tricks and still ain't hitting no shit, he still ain't converting nobody. All he doing is the people that was voting for him, I guess he energized them up even more. But he is not changing people's mind. But he's trying.
Anything to do with the 34 felonies he was just convicted of? No. This is a whole nother racism. According to a former producer whose NDA recently expired, there are tapes of Trump dropping N-bombs on a contestant of The Apprentice. Trump is accused.
Rainbow, what the fuck that's supposed to mean? Rainbow telling me some shit. Black men vote for Trump, GG. Good. And I'm glad they voting. Okay. And you telling me that like something, what's going to happen? So when we get them immigrants to vote, don't get mad, and the damn still motherfucking win. And I want you to keep that memory, Rainbow Kid. Okay? Remember, y'all voted for Trump. Okay? Remember, black men voted for Trump. Okay? So keep that same energy, because like y'all said, we gonna get the immigrants, right? And after I want to see how they really treat the black man. Okay, I want to see how they really treat these black men. And let's not forget, the black men, they divided anyway. Okay,
using
shit, is the black men still killing each other? Rainbow Kid, you gonna answer me? Is the black men still killing each other out here in these streets? Press 2 if these black kings that Rainbow Kid is talking about, not all, but you know the ones that Rainbow Kid talking about, is they still killing each other out here in these streets? Press 2. If they ain't, press 8. Okay, honey, they need to come and love each other. Okay, they got a lot of issues to worry about, and Trump ain't one of them. But let's go.
Or during discussions about the winner of the first season. Now, rumors have long circulated that Trump used the N-word during The Apprentice's filming, with many calling for former executive producer Mark Burnett to release the footage. Emmy-nominated...
And that's right, Sugar B. Sugar B said none of the black men in her circle, their circle, voting for Trump. I don't know nobody voting for Trump either. Only people I know that's voting for Trump is some niggas, like these lame ass niggas, okay, that be trying to talk to me at the gas station, and most likely they not even gonna vote. And then it's all these bots on the internet, but that's about it.
Producer Bill Pruitt, whose NDA expired after 20 years, shared his account with Slate detailing Trump's comments. And if there's a takeaway here, other than the whole Donald Trump being racist, is we need to put some more time on them NDAs. I think so. Yeah, I think we've all learned to put a little bit more time on those NDAs. Now, Bill Pruitt recalls a discussion about the final contestant, Bill Ranchich, who won the season, and Kwame Jackson, a black man. During the discussion, Trump allegedly asked, would America buy a N winning? So Not just did he use the slur, he used the slur in the context of, I don't know if America is really going to get behind a black dude winning, a business competition. You know what I mean?
All right. So because he have in his eyes, black men should not be the face of business. He sees black men as rappers in sports, and he want black men to stay in their place as rappers and bouncing that basketball. He already told a lot of black athletes they shouldn't have a voice, just bounce the ball. Do you guys remember that? And that's not cool. Everybody else that has a job, they get to speak. They get to have freedom of speech because they are basketball players and they have influence. And a lot of white people value them for their sport. They're not allowed to talk. They should just bounce the ball and do what they're good at. And a lot of Trump people were, saying that and pushing that. And it was so disgusting to hear. And I can't even think if he does get in power, how much they're going to push that, and this is how it's going to be. If you don't do what they do, they're going to take sponsorships from you. That is what they're going to take money from you. They're going to do a whole bunch of shit. And I tell you how, just like this, I ran across this post. And you guys know Robert De Niro, whatever his name is, Robert Child. He lost his award after the anti-Trump comment. Trump people is calling for him to lose money in his awards because he has a right to talk. You cannot speak against him or Trump and his people will get you banned. And this is the real cancel culture. They are trying to cancel anybody that speak out against him. But the mega people, they can speak out against the Dems any and every day. They can speak out against Biden any every day. They can say lies about Michelle any every day. And they don't want to be touched. They feel like, oh, it's fine. But once you speak out the truth about Trump, oh, they want you to lose your job.
So weird that Donald Trump is just across the street because he doesn't belong in my city. I don't know where he belongs, but he certainly doesn't belong here. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot, a two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself to fool the press into inflating his net worth. A clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns.
You see, he can't even talk because you see so many grown adults that has mental illness behind him trying to overtalk him. You can't even speak.
Trump, who will eventually.
So that's the speech that he had, and it's sad.
Run the country.
You can't even have a freedom of speech. You can't agree to disagree. Shit, Biden is in, stuff, and everybody talks shit about Biden all the time. And nobody fucks with nobody that talks shit about Biden. They talk about Biden 24/7. But you have the right to. It's freedom of speech. But when it comes to Trump, you ain't going to have a right to do nothing, honey. It's definitely going to be dictatorship.
Because of the special nature of this case, when it comes to the legal maze that you're still facing. And the judge could decide to say, hey, house arrest or even jail.
It could
face what that could.
I'm okay with it. I saw one of my lawyers the other day on television saying, oh, no, you don't want to do that to the president. I said, don't beg for anything. You just, the way it is. Think of it. They have all my books. They went for 5 years, they sued me getting my tax returns, right? At the end.
Sandy said, what have Biden done for black people? Let me tell you what he done for me. Sandy, he gives me peace. Okay? I've been having peace these years, Sandy. Okay? A little bit, but I don't have peace because we still got Trump in the media. We still got a lot of Trump influence. So it's real difficult to say anything, but hell, because it's like a Biden and Trump situation. Biden didn't even get to really do what he really wanted to do because he had so much opposition, people fighting him to pass a lot of things. You know, it was a fight, it was a struggle, and it still is a struggle. And it's by the grace of God that he is still standing, okay? Because Trump and his attack dogs, honey, it's not good for nobody. And it lets you know the mindset, and he plays dirty and he does not play fair. And he has a takeover spirit. Okay. Okay.
5 years, they got him. The Supreme Court.
Sandy said he locked up many black men. Well, you know what, Sandy? A lot of black men in my family, he didn't lock up. And did Biden lock them up? Sandy, I didn't see Biden go out and lock men up. Are you talking about laws that were already in place? Did these black men do crimes? Now, Sandy, did you hear about Trump giving black men the death penalty back in the day? Oh, you forgot about that, Sandy? Huh? Sandy, you forgot about that? Since you care about black men. Sandy, since you care about black men, are you telling your black men to stop killing each other, Sandy? What you doing about that, Sandy? Because I know you're concerned about black men welfare. What are you doing with the crime, with the black on black crime? Not the black, niggas killing niggas, okay? Sandy, what you doing, Sandy? Sandy.
They gave it to him. That was the end of it. That was it. They never found anything. They hired the best accounting firms. I had a pure gold firm. They call it a gold-rated firm. I don't know. It's supposed to be. Who knows? But with all that talk, for years you heard about my tax.
They never looked into the Clinton Foundation.
And they never.
All right, Katrina said, how can I say Biden didn't do anything? You know what, Katrina, I'll take that back. Biden did push a bill for domestic violence. Did you guys know that? Katrina, did you know that? Biden did push a bill for domestic violence. Women getting their ass whooped by men. Yes, he did. So I'll take that back. He has done some stuff. Okay. Now let's go.
They never went all the way with the Clinton Foundation. They never went all the way with the Clinton Foundation, which is sort of interesting, isn't it? But
because of the special.
So that could happen. I don't know that the public would stand it. I'm not sure the public would stand for it. With a
tried house arrest or.
I think it would be tough for the public to take. At a certain point, there's a breaking point.
Oh, stop it. I can't even pronounce your name. They in the comments talking about Trump didn't have the power to give orders for death penalty. You know what? Your voice is power. He spoke it. He put that energy out there. He put that spirit out there. And that is very telling. If they would have listened to Trump, just like they are listening to Trump now, it would have been 5 innocent black men that is dead. And I let you know, he misspeaks a lot. And back then, he didn't have the influence that he has, but he has now. And he misspeaks a lot. And he wishes death on a lot. So I can't even imagine the stuff that he's going to spill out. And that energy is going to form and take. Just like January the 6th. He pushed that energy and that spirit out, and look what happened January the 6th, okay? So, No, you ain't gonna fool me. All right, we did a black man, let's do a white man.
His unhinged image, and instead showed us that you can't teach an old orange clown new tricks.
You right.
It's bad enough that Trump is now officially a convicted felon, but even...
Did y'all hear that? A convicted felon. Can y'all hashtag convicted felon? Let's hear it one more time. Convicted felon. Oh my goodness. Now do y'all think the convicted felons should be able to vote? And you know what? Now the convicted felons, they should be able to run for president now, huh? I don't think convicted felons should run for president, but hell, if he's going to run for president, Do you guys think convicted felons should be able to vote now? Press 2 if convicted felons should be able to vote now. Press 5 if you feel like they should not be able to vote. Shit, a convicted felon should be able to do everything Trump could do. Shit, he a convicted felon. Shit, you know what I mean? But you know what? Actually, I take that back. Trump should be treated like a convicted felon. Trump should not be able to run. He shouldn't be able to vote. He should be treated like a convicted felon. He is being treated like a goddamn celebrity. Press 7 if y'all feel like he should be treated like a convicted felon. Okay? That's what I really meant to say.
Worse was the disastrous press conference at Trump Tower. He came off as unhinged, even by Trump standards, a rambling series of diatribes that almost put people to sleep. There's only one place to go when Trump needs to repair his badly dented image: Fox Network. There, Trump can handle softball after softball while hosts gently stroke his ego and say, there, we still think you're great. But even then, with a safe trio spoon-feeding him, Trump can't help but say something shocking that we should all hear. Not surprising, but dangerous nonetheless. And we're going to unpack that. But it's worth noting that, in one respect, Fox should be recognized for its social responsibility. Yes, I mean it. Fox never pushes back against Trump, because if it does, the world would stop spinning on its axis. And Fox refuses to let that happen. So its carefully trained hosts never push back, no matter how ignorant or absurd Trump gets. That takes a lot of training. And nowhere was this more evident than when Trump pulled one of his classic rewrites of history. Watch what Trump had to say about lock her up.
Sure. You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up. You declined to do that as president.
I beat her. It's easier when you win. And they all said lock her up. And I felt, and I could have done it, but I felt it would have been a terrible thing. And then this happened to me. And so I may feel differently about it. I can't tell you, I'm not sure I can answer the question. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay.
You a lie. You did say it. You a lie, you a lie, you a lie. And I want to know, if he does get locked up, what do you guys think will happen? Put it in the comment section. I want to see and I want to hear, what do you guys predict? If Donald Trump get locked up, what will his people do? I know the Dems won't do nothing, okay? They're going to be innocent. But what is his people going to do? They're going to become convicted felons too. They're gonna sit right in the goddamn jail cell with his ass. Biden better get the army ready. He better get the army ready. Okay, because they already said we was going to civil war. Press 9 if you've been hearing rumors of civil war on the mega side. Okay, have y'all been hearing the rumors coming from over there? I mean, that's where it's come from. It's coming from over there. What's going on? What is going on? What do you guys think they will do if Trump gets locked up for being a convicted felon, as he should? Huh? Comment, let it know. Green, I shall say I'm unsubscribed. You know what? I'm going to do you a favor. Block this hoe. I do you a bigger favor, Green Eyes. Block this hoe. Okay? You don't got to worry about unsubscribing because I'm going to block you. Shit. You don't got to make no damn announcement. Just go ahead and unsubscribe or go. Shit. Making a big announcement because your ass wants some attention. You see how they is? They can't take anybody having a different opinion. You see that? You see that shit? Ooh. Listen, Green Eyes. If I hurt your feeling, just say ouch. Okay? If I stepped on your toe, just say ouch. That's all. Ooh, there's some feelings got hurt. Ouch. Just say ouch if I stepped on some toes. Let's go. Y'all don't have any predictions? Sugar Bear said they're going to show out. No, they're not going to show out. They're going to be on demon time. They're going to show you their true colors. They're going to show you how evil and hateful they are. It is a lot of hate groups that Trump has under his thumb that are waiting. Okay. Do you remember when they kidnapped the governor in Michigan and how they was threatening people? Honey, it's going to be times 50. And they're going to do it in the name of God. They're going to use religion and say, God told me to purge America. God told me to do it. Just like the KK. And I won't say the last K. But if you guys remember the KK, now wasn't they full-blown Christians? Huh? Didn't they use the Bible and Christianity as a means to destruction of other groups of individuals? Huh? Did they do that or did they not? Well, it's the same play. It's nothing different. It is nothing different. So Lady A said they were also Democrats. Okay, they were Democrats, but what are they now, Lady A? Because we do know that the Democrats and Republicans have switched, right? So if they have switched, Lady A, then what are they now? Can y'all put in the comment section? I say, if the KK were Democrats back in the day and they did a party switch, what party are they in now? We know they're not in the Democrats because they did a switch. So what party they in now? And I rest my case, okay? Bring it on home. Bring it on home, okay? So this is what they're going to do, and I'll tell you why. They feel like this is our country. Our forefathers suffered. Our forefathers. Bitch, your forefathers don't know nothing about suffering. I don't want to hear nothing about no forefathers. When y'all grow my ancestors, that's who really struggle. My ancestors, that's who really had it hard. Your goddamn forefathers. Okay? Well, this is not what the forefathers had in plan. Well, this is not what fuck the forefathers. No. But they want to say you telling history is a misinformation. Child, please. Oh my goodness. Y'all been hearing. Look around. Gigi, you drinking? No, I don't drink, sweetheart. I don't drink no alcohol. All I drink is soda, Sprite, Coca-Cola. I drink water. That's all I be sipping on. Okay. But no, I don't drink. I don't do no drugs. I don't smoke no weed, no marijuana. I know you think because I'm black, I probably smoke marijuana. I don't. Okay? Ooh, I tell you, it is something up in these streets. Your forefathers stole this country from the natives. Yeah, they don't want to talk about that because they say that's misinformation. Bullshit. That's all they say. Misinformation. But no, they feel like this is their property. And they wanted to go back where they was in power. They cannot stand seeing all these other groups of races, their numbers going up, their numbers going down, they're losing power. They don't like, and that's what I was going to say. Look around. Do you see all these other countries? I don't want to say their name, but you see what's going on. You see what's going on, all these wars around us. Honey, it's just about a matter of time before it come knocking on the door. And to be honest with y'all, I think it's going to be a war either way. If Trump get in office, it's going to be a war because his people say they want to purge America. If Trump loses, it's going to be a war. It don't matter. These people already know that they're ready to fight. However way it goes, it's going to be a fight. It's just going to depend on how they're going to do it. Now, if they're going to do it nice and easy, then Trump will get in and they're going to fight you nice and easy. But if he don't, they're going to raise all hell. All hell.
Then we won. And I said pretty openly, I say, all right, come on, just relax. Let's go. We got to make our country great.
When you listen to the words come out of Trump.
Lady A said, keep in mind, black people have to literally vote Democrat in November. Black people voting, Lady A. And don't forget, we got the immigrants, right, Lady A? They got the immigrants too, right? So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Don't you worry, Lady A. Don't you worry. Okay. You good? You good?
Mouth, it is frequently difficult to ascertain what is more frightening, his attempt to whitewash history or his complete and utter ignorance of the role of the presidency, and most of all, its limitations. Facing going to jail for real now, Trump tries to dissolve his role in the infamous lock her up chants that defined his candidacy. There was no greater rallying cry than lock her up, but now Trump is trying to do a Texas two-step and pretend that the crowd foisted the chant upon him. He never orchestrated and encouraged it. Yes, Don the Con, you're the real victim here. But it only gets better because Trump moves on to making himself the hero of this tale, and that's where it gets truly frightening. In talking about serving as president, Trump labors under the delusion that he had the authority to put Hillary Clinton in jail and then didn't do it because of his own personal graciousness. And these are the moments that tell us the problem is not so much that Trump is ignorant, it's that he's dangerously ignorant. He has no plans other than to be like the authoritarians he admires so much. This wasn't the only whitewashing of history Trump put forward. The most egregious was his discussion of the jury. Watch this clip.
But regardless, you have to really play the hand that you're dealt. And then you had a jury that was, from a certain persuasion. Would have been hard to do no matter what.
Now, typical of Trump word salad, it's not altogether clear what Trump means when he tries to imply that the jury is biased. Trump states that the jury was of a certain persuasion. Now, to those who are familiar with the elitist Trump, that could very well mean working class people have no right to pass judgment on me. And that's certainly what he thinks. But he's more likely going for political bias here. He claimed before in those famous post-trial press conferences that Manhattan was too full of anti-Trumpers. But the fact of the matter is, there was at least one subscriber to Truth Social on that jury. And more importantly, Trump's team participated in jury selection just like every...
Katrina, you can stop with the campaign. The last campaigns, nobody believe in you, child. Nobody, because we all know the KKs, they are still alive and well, and they are repping under the mega crowd. We know the Proud Boys. We know all the hate groups, okay? It is a big hate group. I can pull them up. They are hiding in different churches in a lot of red states. Katrina, please save that shit for someone else, okay? Okay? Okay. I don't got time for the trolls.
Defense team in every trial. Both the defense team and the judge made sure there were no anti-Trumpers on the jury. The only thing that is more funny than frightening here is listening to Trump, the legal scholar, describe how unfair...
We're shopping for jams. Come up here real quick, child. Come on up here real quick before I let this go.
Legal process was.
And then they indict you and they go to a grand jury and they don't use Bob Casella's testimony. They use almost none of it. They didn't want him before the grand jury because he's very persuasive.
Well, shopping gems. Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Gigi, how's it going, honey?
Ooh, I'm ready for you to give us a word. Close us out.
Please, because I'm so sick of everybody coming up on these platforms saying, "Oh, Biden this, Biden that, Trump this, Trump that." So many people are misinformed. What I hate about the African American community, they go based on what everybody else say. They never sit down and go and do their own research and read and do their own research. Biden actually has done a lot for the communities, just because per se it's not something that's going in your pocket like stimulus checks, because that's the main thing people keep saying. Oh, Trump gave us stimulus checks. First of all, Trump didn't give you stimulus checks. Trump um put his name on the stimulus checks and actually held stimulus checks up from coming to people faster because he wanted to put his name on it and take credit. But it was actually a Democratic Senate that uh, passed the legislation to allow those stimulus checks to be dispersed. Trump them didn't want to give out stimulus checks, but when he saw that it was going to be a good thing campaign wise, he wanted to hold them up and put his name on it. That's the first thing. It was a Democratic Senate that passed the law for those checks. So that's what people need to understand. Okay. Second of all,
again, who passed that law for y'all to get the check?
the Democratic Senate. It was a Democratic Senate, and right now it's a Republican Senate, and that's why Biden can't get half the stuff he wants to get done. He does get things done, but it's always a fight, or they're actually trying to shut down the government in order to get things done or put in what they want to put in. That's why it's always back and forth rigmarole for him to get things done, because the Republican-led Senate wants to play the games right now. But when it was a Democratic Senate, Trump was getting things passed like water run out of the faucet. That's what people need to research and understand. Yes. Furthermore, and like you said earlier, he's gave a lot of money to the HBCUs. They passed laws to keep dispersing money to those, which are our Black colleges. So people need to understand that that's helping our people that are in colleges. He's actually passed 2 different legislations for helping with the student loan debt relief, and that's helped a lot of Americans, not just African Americans, but a lot of Americans right now, because times is hard. Let's see. Thirdly, unemployment is at its lowest.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Biden helped me with my student loans.
Come on, come through.
Biden. It was because of Biden that my student loans has been forgiven.
Yeah,
and my credit score went up.
Come on, you better say it. And that helps a lot of Americans. It does.
Got good credit now. Okay.
Yeah.
A Biden, baby. Put that B in Biden. Okay.
Come on. But a lot of people don't know that unemployment right now is at the lowest it's been under any president. He's created a lot of jobs. Unemployment is at the lowest that it has ever been.
What they say, girl, let's talk about it.
Come on.
They be like, well, the immigrants gonna take your job. The immigrants gonna take your job.
And you know what's so funny? CNN just did a report. Actually with facts that Trump has so many immigrants working at his Trump hotels. It's unreal. But he's the main person that wants to fuss and fight about immigrants coming into the United States. Well, actually, immigrants are really great workers. So what they need to do is maybe.
Girl, I love immigrants. I'm never gonna be anti-immigrants.
That's hard. And we the USA, so we supposed to be the land of the free. And what a lot of people don't understand, yes, we need to have some regulation at the borders, but we, as the United States, we cannot completely shut the border off to people. It's women and children trying to escape the horrors of things like what's going on in Ukraine, the horror of things that's going on over there in Israel and stuff right now. So we supposed to just not allow them to escape what's going on there and then come to try to live a better life. Yes, document them.
I thought they stop abortion so we can get the numbers up.
Okay, let me touch on the abortion. So that's what a lot of people need to understand. Who passed this abortion law and keep bragging on it? Trump. Right. He brags every chance he get that he stopped Roe v. Wade and reversed it. Him and his corrupt Supreme Court judges, and we won't even get into that. However, it's because of Biden and the legislation that Biden passed that people are able to even travel to other states to get abortions and the health care they need. So people need to really start doing these facts about what Biden is doing, because he's actually doing a lot that y'all don't know because y'all listen to the propaganda on people like fake Fox News, and you're not getting the real story because Biden is not always out there bragging about it like Trump. He's just trying to get the work done. And that's why I love Jasmine Crockett, because she makes sure she lays that out there for everybody.
Right. He's not braggadocious. He don't want all eyes on him. And I like presidents that's like that. I couldn't stand when Trump, it was like he just wanted attention. He just kept on tweeting and all this drama and this chaos. I could not stand it.
And then, you know, people are
president.
Yeah.
Wait. KFC. You was just up here. I was just gonna hit you, girl. KFC call back. But go ahead. Keep
So
going.
let's go. So he lowered the cost of insulin, which, you know, insulin was very expensive. A lot of people couldn't even afford to get that insulin that wasn't getting like state insurances and things because it was so expensive, and they were going without. He just did a legislation where they have to have it capped at a certain price so it's affordable for everybody, and they're actually working on a bill to do it with a whole lot of more medication. So people need to understand that part, which is going to help us all. Let's see. I'm trying to. He just passed a big infrastructure bill in the last few months. So if any of your husbands or brothers or cousins are into the construction field, their foremans out there working on the roads and different infrastructure and things like that, he passed a bill which is creating more jobs for them, which is bringing more money in your households, helping you all out. So how is they saying Biden not doing nothing for us? He's doing a whole lot. Maybe if they not working and getting up trying to make,
I can testify.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but he's done. He done something for me. Trump ain't never did nothing for me.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And then now the Republicans, which is on Trump's side, is trying to pass a bill where they want to turn back where you can't have interracial marriages. People should be able to love who they want. If you want to love a Black, Puerto Rican, a Mexican man, that's who you should be able to marry. And why would they want to pass a bill for that? So he's trying to get a legislation passed to keep their hands off of that, and LGBTQ marriages that Obama passed.
I cannot believe what you just said. Interracial marriages.
Interracial marriages and LGBTQ marriages. They're trying to flip the laws back so that that's not possible, which is insane. People better get up and do the research. They need to write down everything I'm saying and go do the research on it so they can know that what I'm saying is the truth.
Let me ask you something. Me marrying a white man, what that got to do with you?
Exactly. You know what it got to do with? Because it's messing up their race. They don't want the races intertwined because they look at us like trash when it's really them the trash.
So it's all about the race. People want to say, don't make it about racism.
That's exactly what it is.
But it's all about race.
That's exactly what it is. Who does all these bills that they have passed, and who does they affect? A lot of, and I'm not racist at all, but a lot of white people and stuff are Catholics. So what do Catholics believe? They don't believe in birth control. They don't believe in abortions. They don't believe in none of that. So who did that bill hurt? It didn't hurt none of them, did it? It hurt African Americans.
Don't force your Catholic on me. If you want
exactly.
Catholic. But shit, what I do should make your ass shit.
And we don't want them to force their beliefs on us. Let people have their own choice to freedom. But the crazy thing is, a lot of women, it's like they're attacking women because that's something on women. They didn't pass a law and say men need to have vasectomies. They didn't pass a law and say that the men, if they're not married, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, it's all things for women. And there's a Republican senator right now that just said that if Trump got in office and passed the legislation, they can Google these facts too. He said that he would sign off on it, saying that they would reverse the Constitution. I forgot which Constitution it was, but it's a Constitution where women have the right to vote. So when y'all get through, y'all better start getting up and doing the research and stop listening to all these newscasts that's not really real news or either giving you fake propaganda, because it's a lot going on that they do not want you to recognize and see. That's why they're attacking the so-called woke generation. As you see, every Republican is saying, oh, we're attacking woke. We're going to go against woke. Everything woke, because they don't want you to be woke and understand what's going on. They want you to keep your eyes closed, stay blinded, and let them keep passing laws that's going to affect you for years to come.
Preach. Yes. Everybody loving you.
So y'all go ahead and put Trump back in there and see what's going to happen this time. And ain't going to be no stimulus checks. The stimulus checks were only due to the pandemic, first of all. If there wasn't a pandemic, y'all wouldn't have got none of that, and y'all have still been living off y'all same incomes, and y'all wouldn't be preaching. None of that y'all preaching right now. So it don't matter if Biden would have been in there. It don't matter if Trump was in there. If it would have been George Bush, whatever sitting president was in there at the time of that pandemic would have had to sign off on stimulus checks, because of the simple fact, people that have higher incomes, I'm in the lower income, I'm poor. I'm not rich, but people that's in the higher incomes making $100,000, $200,000 a year and living in $500,000 homes cannot survive and pay all their bills off of the max cut of 300 some, what is it, 380 some dollars a week for unemployment. What's the max? Nobody could live off of that. So in order to keep people living and eating and the world going around, they had to pass the stimulus. That's the only reason. And again, the Democratic Senate did that because Trump did not want that.
Thank you.
So people need to open their eyes and realize it ain't gonna be like that when he get back in there this time, honey. And he all about himself. Trust and believe that. And he's really headstrong on revenge right now. Everybody that's brought cases against him, everybody that's been, it's gonna be horrible. And who's to say he ain't gonna want to leave the leave this time at the White House? He's desperately trying to become a dictator. I mean,
Yes,
he says it. He just said it in one of his rallies. He tells y'all what he gonna do every day. Nobody's listening.
They're doing a lot of rituals to try to get him to be there. He is doing a lot of rituals behind the scenes.
Yep.
Got a lot of secret groups and cults that is helping him prepare behind the scenes, child.
Yeah, and you know what really burns me up, Gigi, when I hear some of our African-American men say, oh, I like Trump because he a convicted felon. Well, guess what, sweetheart? You was a convicted felon who did time, right? Trump ain't finna do no time. They ain't finna make that man do no time. He really needs to. And I would be very surprised if they let him do some time. But there's a big difference between the type of felon you are and the type of felon he is. He gonna get privileged with his felony. So he's not like you at all. So please stop. They need to stop. I really hope and pray that people, start seeing, the true colors and really doing their research so they can make the best choice for the country, because this man is turning back democracy. He's destroyed democracy. It's insane. And ever since he's been in office, it's been a racial divide. Races have rose back up to the strongest it's been.
It has. It's just like the energy of dark hate.
It is. And people used to hide a little bit, like we've come a long way, but it's back out big since this man has hit office.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And
last but not least, the gun reform President Biden did just recently pass a legislation for fewer. It was something to the fact like with fewer guns and the type of guns they could have. And Republicans are fighting that. But the thing of the matter is, the main guns, these AR-15 and assault weapons, are the main ones going in our kids' schools, in these churches, synagogues, everything, shooting up and killing people. And it's all. People, listen, y'all need to do y'all research and make the right choice for November. I understand if you're a Republican, you ain't never voted Democrat. Sometimes you got to go against the grain so that things, for right now, for democracy, because it's going to be completely trash if this man get back in office. That's all I want to say, Gigi. Our people really need to get informed.
No, they like you too much. You need to stay. Anytime I come on, I'm going to need you to come up here. Shit, I may need to get your number because, like I said, I'm getting new to this. I don't know everything you know. I'm not educated like you're educated. So you're helping me in a way as well. I just move on energy, and I can tell when it's a dark cloud and it's dark energy. And I can sense when I'm around groups of individuals that have a lot of hate and how they move, and when they lose, how they operate is very pure evil.
Yeah,
so
terrible.
I pick up on that. And after Jasmine, it really had me opening my eyes, and I said, F it. I said, F it. Because before Jasmine, I would say I had a lot of mega people. You know what I'm saying? And I said, F it. I'm just going to, I can't deal with it no more. Come on.
Yeah, it's terrible. And just looking back at like when he first became president the first time, right? So his wife refused. Now, this has been a presidential wife and presidential tradition for the last umpteen amount of years. Okay, check this out. So every time presidents are coming out and a new president is coming in, the wife goes with the president, the current first lady, and have tea, and they show them around the White House. It's kind of like a respect thing. You invite them in, show them what's what before they get there. It's like a traditional thing, right? Do you know Melania refused to even do that with Jill Biden? Like, that was so trashy. He talked about that was trashy as hell. They broke tradition there. He refused to do
something. Natalia, whatever her name, she's a victim of Trump. And I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, they bad. The Trump MAGA people are bad because they so blinded.
She don't have her own right mind.
No, they don't.
By Trump. And I'm sure he's probably putting paws on her. I would not be surprised. He have an issue with freaky people, and they say she's a foreigner.
But the
Okay.
smartest thing about her is she getting paid. I'm gonna tell you something. I found it kind of ironic. I was trying to figure out a couple months ago when her mother passed. I don't know if you guys seen that in the media. Her mother had passed away. And they went to the funeral. You know, they televised that, and she was, you know, I couldn't understand why during the time of your mother passing and you got all these grief and things going on, plus your husband and all these trials. Why are you talking about renegotiating your prenup? So, you know, when this stuff just came up recently with Stormy Daniels and all this stuff that came out, they knew that this was going to come out. It made sense to me because the lawyers know what's going to come up, what's going to be asked, who the witness is going to be. They can request that and, you know, before it all happens. So they knew what was coming up and she knew what she was in for. So guess what she did? She was smart enough to say, if I got to be put through this embarrassment again, because all he do is embarrass her with all this stuff. I'm finna get paid more. She renegotiated her prenup maybe about 2 months ago during the time her mother passed away. And honey, I'm sure she got a whole lot more money for all this stuff she was going through. She does not show up to support her own husband at nothing. She has not been to not one of those court dates. Show me a news report right now where she was there at one. Every one of his kids was there periodically. But she did not show up at not one court date. What kind of wife or first lady that's supposed to be of the United States is not there to support her husband through all this? Especially if you don't feel he's guilty. I'll wait.
For the jams, I want you to stay right there, girl. You one of my new favorites. I gotta get.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I gotta get your information, Shopper Jams. If you can, IG me the messy sweet spot. I appreciate you. I want to keep in touch with you.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna hit you on IG.
Yeah, stay right here shopping. But I got Rashida in here. I didn't see you. Hey, Rashida. And I
Hey,
got
Juju.
now KFC.
Hey, Rashida, how's it going?
Hey.
KFC, I know you've been waiting for a minute. KFC, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you done hung up. Call. What's your
No, I had
thoughts?
another call.
You disagree?
Okay.
Do you disagree?
Yes, I disagree with everything she's saying about Biden.
Go do the research.
Black people, and I'm one of them that's hooked to the game. Biden and Trump are the same. You got one that will say it to your face and one that will not. I don't know why people keep acting like Biden has done so much for black people.
Well, KFC, he did a lot for me. He got my credit score up.
No. There's a difference between doing stuff for black people and doing things to get the black vote.
Well, he's doing it though, so I'll give it to you.
Black vote, because the plan that he said that was supposed to help black people, he has not delivered on that. And
he can't deliver on it if he got the Republicans keep on blocking him.
Exactly.
All you have to do is pass the bill. He wrote the bill up
before he was president. Why would you trust a person? This came right out of Joe Biden's mouth that stated, "I don't want my children to grow up in a jungle, a racial jungle." Does that sound like somebody who really authentically likes black people?
Okay, can I interject on that part? I've never heard that statement, but I'm gonna tell you, when you just said that, what I take from it, because you know people can hear things and take it differently. When you just said that, it actually reminded me of him passing the legislation to stop them for stopping people from getting from having interracial marriages. Why should you not be able to marry who you want to marry? When you hear interracial jungle, that's what I take from it. Like, you should be able to marry and intertwine and do what you want with whoever you want. It shouldn't be chaotic and you sitting here saying, "Oh, well, should I love that person?" Because if we love each other enough to want to get married one day, we ain't gonna be able to because of this law. Like, that's what I take from him saying something about an interracial jungle. He don't want his kids growing up like that, which is a good thing in my eyes. Maybe you might have took it different.
Now, I will say, Biden, he wanted a lot of stuff to get passed, and Lord knows he's there. But he has to work with a group of people. And a lot of people, all the Republicans, they did not vote. They were not trying to be inclusive. And you had one Democrat, I forgot his name. He get on my nerves. He from the Carolinas. And he was acting like a damn op.
What, Ben Carson or who?
I don't know. It was he was from Carolina, so it wasn't Biden. Biden did his best. He did all he could do. Shit ain't nothing.
Are you talking about Tim Scott?
I don't know which one it is. I just know
both of them the same. They both bootlickers. So
it was a Carolina girl and a man, and it was another girl. They were given a hard time to pass the bill because none of the Republicans were voting because they were scared of Trump. Even they can't have their own mind over there. It's a cult. Like the Dems, they are all individual, but over there is they can't speak for themselves. They scared.
And you're right, because the same
And
thing
that's
just
what
happened with
people feel.
the border. They keep screaming, "Oh, the border, we not safe to all these immigrants coming in." So Biden just told them a month and a half ago, "Okay, let's go ahead and sit down. Let's get this passed, get some working, and get it passed for the border." And guess what happened? And this is on every news station. You can go research this too, since she don't believe nothing I'm saying. This is on every news station right now. The Republicans came back and said, we're not. At first, the Speaker of the House, which they just tried to throw out their own Speaker of the House because he went with Biden on something and they didn't like it, which is insane. Okay, but the Speaker of the House, I'm losing my change. The Speaker of the House, what was we just talking about? I'm sorry, y'all.
We talking about him passing something for the border.
Oh, for the border. Okay, I'm sorry about that. The Speaker of the House said, "Great, let's do it." They actually came up with something, and then the Speaker of the House agreed to it, and then the Republican Senate went back and said, "No." Trump said that we shouldn't pass this. We're not going to pass it because guess why? He wants to run on it. He wants to run his campaign on
So
closing the border.
what
That's
does that
insane.
say? What
That's
does that
insane.
say? The president does not make the laws. The moment people realize that the Senate
Thank you
has everything to do with what laws get passed,
Thank
the
you.
pricing of everything. Trump never gave us no money during the pandemic.
Thank you.
The
They
guy
they
from
don't
the Treasury Department
they
clearly
don't
came
believe.
out, but the Treasury Department, the chairman, did an interview when the pandemic first happened and it shut down. And he said that they had to give us money to keep the money in rotation because everything, think about this. You have a country that's running on all of these businesses, millions and billions of dollars, and then everything come to a complete stop.
And
You
she
think
absolutely
Trump
right.
was the one who had that much money to give that many people? No, he had nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter who was sitting in that seat during the pandemic. The Treasury Department was going to issue that money to everybody.
Come on,
The
say
reason
it.
why the prices is up right now has nothing to do with Biden.
I
They
know why
need
the
to
prices up because
recoup
they getting their money
all of
back.
the money that they put out. So at the end of the day, it's not even at the end of the day, neither Trump nor Biden need to be in office. That's just what it is. Neither one of them need to be in office, but people need to worry about who they putting in them senator seats. Period.
And
Because
that's
if
all got to do with the individual states. So when people need to
exactly
realize it's not just only time to get up and vote for the president, but when y'all have
right,
them smaller elections, like that be in
you have
April and
to
May,
vote.
you got to get up and vote in them because that's what determines what happened in your individual state, and that's what happens. That's what determines who in them Senate seats, like she just said. Come on,
Thank
preach.
you. Like people fail to realize that they think that the president is end all be all. He can make a bill and ask the Senate to pass it. If they say no, guess what? That bill is not going to get passed. So when you don't vote for the mayors and all of that of your town, of your city, of your state, you put people in positions that's going to end up backing the bad person, and then you want to blame it on this president,
It ain't
blame it
got
on
nothing
that
to do with the
they
president. Nope.
are just the face. That's it. The face. That's it.
And can I add to what you said? What a lot of people need to realize too, when the president passed these big $1 trillion bills, once he passed that bill, it trickles down a certain amount to each state. Now, what she just said, what your state legislatures that you elect in your individual state do with that money, it's all on them. So that determines what's going on in your state once it hit their hand and how they trickle it down. It no longer has nothing to do with the president once it leaves his office. So people need to do what she said and get up, make sure y'all vote in them smaller elections too, because those matter the most.
It does. And people don't do, they don't vote for that. They only want to go and vote for presidents. I'm going to say our community because
Yep.
other communities, they know what it's hitting for. They know how to keep the ball in this corner. They know that what votes count the absolute most. The president is the face. That's the person who's the face of the United States. That's
Yep.
all it is.
She right.
Don't stop now.
I'll drink to that.
Now,
I
Rashida,
mean,
what were your thoughts before you came, when you come up here?
I just feel like neither one of them need to be in office in the moment. Like I see that you got a lot of MAGAs in here right now, and I just want to say this at the end of the day. If nobody sees a problem,
they trying to get me to flip. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
It's been a lot of MAGAs on here trying to get me to flip.
And they do that in all the different chat
And
things, trying to do that. But people got to get, like I said, do their research so they can know what it is.
I don't too much mess with Sleepy Joe because I just feel like he needs to just go lay down. I think that running the country is too much for him. I think that at the end of the day, every politician, everybody running for presidency, at the end of the day, they're gonna do and say what they need to say to get elected. That's just how I feel about all of them.
Ask you, Rashida. Trump is a convicted felon. Do you think
That's what I'm saying? What?
Can I ask you the question?
Mm-hmm.
Like convicted felons should run for president? Should be allowed to?
I don't think so.
How is it not an issue for a president to be a convicted felon and running for presidency, but yet only 2 states in the whole United States of America allows felons to vote? Every other
That's all I'm
state, a
saying.
felon cannot even vote, but yet he
You
could be
can
a
run for
president?
president, the biggest share in the world. That's what I'm saying.
Come
It's
on.
insane.
They can miss me with that bull.
You can't
Miss
even,
me with it.
I'm concealed carry. You can't even get concealed carry with a felony on your record, but you can be the fucking president of the United States. Something is wrong with that. So that's why I say the Supreme Court and these justices need to be worried about things like that, changing them kind of laws versus fucking with our human rights, our women's rights. Excuse me for the language.
Because it's illegal, Katrina. Talking about I'm voting for a convicted. You're illegal. You're going to jail, Katrina. You're going to jail.
Trump, at this moment, Trump can't even vote for himself because he's now a convicted felon. So how in the hell is he still able to run for president? Riddle me that.
Got your ass, Katrina.
Riddle me that.
Okay.
And then furthermore, okay, y'all might want to say, okay, neither one of them should be in office, but the thing of the matter is, these are the 2 we're stuck with. So what people need to do is please do your research so you can make the best choice. And goddamn it, for democracy, Trump is not the choice.
He ain't. Now,
y'all wait and see. Put him back in there and wait and see.
You feel like he should not be able to run because.
And then people say Joe Biden. Oh. When I grew up, the way I grew up, they said people that's old are seasoned. They got knowledge, wisdom. I'm trying to understand what's the problem with being old. And then Trump is only 3 years younger, so he's old as well. So why people keep running with that narrative?
He just needs to sit down.
That's
he shouldn't have
dumb.
never been in there in the first place.
Why not?
First of all, he is
Why
a celebrity.
Can you answer this to me quick? How many popes? Now popes is high in the Catholic churches. How many young popes do you know? I don't know no popes under that's been under 50 years old.
That's true, but Trump shouldn't have never been in office in the first place.
Y'all
to begin with, ever.
One talking about Biden, but they still old.
Oh no, I'm talking about Trump. He shouldn't have never been in office ever.
I feel the same way because he don't have no political background. That's another thing. People should have political background, some type of political background if they're going to the highest court in the land. That man has no political background. He knows nothing about politics. And you can look this up. It was an interview that they did with Putin, and Putin was sitting there talking about how Trump didn't know shit, and he had to tell him how some of the things operated on the world stage. How can this man tell you how some operating? You, the head leader of the world. Come on now.
Every single time he did an interview and they started talking politics and he didn't understand it, he deflected and changed the subject to something else.
He don't know nothing about politics. That's the thing. At least Biden been in politics and knows something about politics. That's the whole skit caboodle. So at the end of the day, I would rather have somebody that know about the policies and the world order versus somebody who do not. Trump is in there to make money and to run the world like a business. And it's not no business. This is our livelihood. You know,
he ain't no different than North Korea's dictator. They are the same exact person.
That part. And that's what he want to be.
But I always thought he was a plant. I always thought he had somebody else, a dark secret group, that's put him up to this.
Never know. But people better do their research. Let's write some of them things down I said, and please do your research. And I want them on your next show to tell me if I was wrong about the HBCU legislation, about the lower cost of insulin and the other drugs legislation. Since she said I was wrong, I guarantee you, Gigi, you can pull your computer up right now and look it up. And it's going to show you the facts about all of it.
I believe you, and I want you to come back. We'll do a part 2. Shit, let's give him something to
Go pull up them news. I'll be on them conferences. When they do them conferences, when Joe Biden come up, Kamala Harris, his speakers, I'll be on them conferences. I'll be listening and paying attention. I'm fact checking.
Biden ain't did nothing. He did a lot for me. He got my credit score up. He took my my loans away from my student loans. I didn't get no check. You know.
Can I say one more thing?
And they was talking
this will bust the whole grape.
Talking about Trump is he can run the country because he was a good businessman. That's
a lie.
You know how much money he lost, how many businesses he ran into the ground? He owned businesses in my cities. Like
I know he's filed bankruptcy more than 3 times, so that's one part. Look that up. It's more than that, I believe. If it's just 3, but it may be even more than the 3. 2, I'm in Wisconsin, right? Now check this out, because this right here gonna just say it all as far as how good of a businessman he ain't.
60 seconds.
Okay, I'm in Wisconsin, and they came in here. He brought that Foxconn bullshit here, right? And promised us all these 1,000 some odd jobs for Wisconsin. And they spent all these millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars, buying these people's out of their houses and stuff. And I think it's 1 or 2 that's still there because they did not want to move, had just, got new farming equipment and everything else. And they want to keep their homes there. So they built around these people. And these are true facts. I'm right here in Wisconsin. Okay. Foxconn came, and what they came and did was brought half the people from other states because they knew how to run their company. So half them jobs, not even a percentage of half the jobs that they said that Wisconsinites were supposed to get, they did not get. And then guess what? Foxconn is belly up right now. Belly up right now. And then, hold on, Gigi. Hold on, y'all. Just give me one more second here because I'm finna land this plane, right? So guess who's getting ready to take over that building right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Sony? Not Sony. Is it Sony? Who was that in the give me 1 second to think of, but it's one of those big companies. I'm trying to think the tech companies. Microsoft is getting ready to move in right now, and they're promising an odd amount of jobs. And guess who signed that bill, which is creating jobs here back in Wisconsin? Joe Biden. Thank you, Joe, because now we can get some money back in our state that they can use our textiles to play with Trump Foxconn tanked deal. And Microsoft make money, so I know they bringing them jobs, baby. Don't tell me about no Joe Biden. I've been doing my research because I've been on the fence with things too. But one thing about me, I'm gonna do my research before I go making a decision, a real life tough decision like that. People better do their research, man. Stop listening to what people say. Don't even listen to me.
I can't believe you got people in the chat that really feel like America is beautiful because anybody could be the president. It doesn't matter if he R-worded somebody or he racist or he this or he that. The only thing that you have to have background, well, not even have background in. You have to be a U.S. citizen or have been here for a number of years. So basically, what I'm hearing is, okay, that's a beautiful thing. You could be president regardless of what. But yet, you as a citizen can't do a lot of stuff if you're a felon or if you have any type of anything. They discriminate on the jobs. But you could go for presidency.
And
there's always that. Fuck out of here. Yo, I need to get out of America, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy.
So, Rashida, what are your thoughts? He said that he never said Hillary, lock her up about Hillary. He said he never said that.
I was watching oh my goodness. I think that the orange man need to go somewhere because at this point, I just hope y'all ready. That's what I gotta say to that. I hope that America is ready for what's about to come.
Well, I'll say something just to show that I am biased and that I'm just not against Trump. Now, when I listened to that, I actually listened to it earlier today, and Trump actually didn't say it. He just agreed to it. He turned to the audience and said, "Oh, yeah, such. He agreed to what whoever shouted it out said. He actually didn't say those words. He just agreed to it. So I give him that. But at the end of the day, when you agree to what somebody said, that saying something like that, that's the way you feel. That's it. That's all. So it's the same
Can
difference
I
to me.
say something?
I
My bad
disagree.
to cut you off because I see
He co-signed.
Yeah, he
Gigi. Who is
co-signed it. So that's the same
Katrina?
thing, ain't it?
Who is this Katrina talking about? Don't worry, it's gonna be all right. Don't be scared. Well, obviously, you don't live in a state where Trump have hold these secret rallies and meetings with these members. Because I live in a state, and the moment that the last election was happening, a lot of people were in danger. So who are you to say don't worry? Let me guess. Let me guess.
It's probably a troll.
Let me guess. Yeah, you don't have melanin. Let me guess. You must not have melanin. Cause who are you telling that's gonna be okay? For y'all, yeah, it's gonna be okay. Cause you can't have melanin talking like that. Come. If you do
Well,
have
you know what
melanin,
though,
come to
honey?
my state.
You
Come
know
to
what,
my
honey?
state to
It's a
say
lot of
that.
people out here that's talking like that. So that's why I'm up here trying to preach, because people need to understand the true facts.
Mm-hmm.
These people blinded. They blinded.
Because Rashida, you was telling us one time that you saw a lot of hate from the mega crowd, their secret groups, and
Yeah, he comes here. Trump.
You felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, because of the stuff that they do. He comes here. He have these meetings. When he comes, a lot of the times he's in like Quaker Town, like little towns surrounding mine. And they'll shut it down, and they have these secret meetings. You know when he come in, because here go all of the pickup trucks with the flags and all types of stuff that I
The
can't
hillbillies.
say
Yep, the
on here.
hillbillies.
And they're very disrespectful. They got their guns, they doing this, they doing that, they trying to intimidate people. So for people to say, oh, it's gonna be fine, yeah, okay. I know you don't have melanin in your skin, and you don't live in a state where it's predominantly MAGA. I know you don't.
Yeah, if any of the MAGA people that's helping out with the campaign, listen, we don't want him here in Wisconsin when y'all come for this convention in a few weeks that they just claimed a state of emergency for. God damn it, claim a state of emergency for to help us fuck Trump.
I hope they ready, cause I sure I'm ready.
So Truth Davis, I did add you up here. I didn't announce you, but I did add you. You can come back. But I feel like Rashida, whether and if people are be like, well, I don't want a water breakout. I think even if Trump win, they're gonna do a war. If he lose, they're gonna do a war.
You absolutely right.
It doesn't matter. I think if they get in, because I already heard MAGA people on radio station talking about they have to purge. They're going to purge all Americans out. If they do not bend the knee for Trump, they're going to purge them out. They're going to redo the FBI, the police, and everything has to be Trumpified.
Yeah, he said he want to get rid of the FBI. I bet you, I want people to go do their research on that too. Because that's what Trump wants to do. And that was in one of his recent speeches. He wants to get rid of all the Constitution. Oh, I thought he was the Constitution too. He think the Constitution. I don't know. I don't know what his exact words was, but it was basically like he wanted to get rid of the Constitution. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, but he let black people go. He got them out of jail. If y'all don't miss me with that's like,
Right.
oh
That was
my
all a
goodness,
ploy. That's
bro.
all political stunts. Just like a lot of people right now talking about Biden fake because he going to barbecues now all of a sudden because he wants the black folk. Well, guess what? Trump up there. And what's crazy is he just did the whole thing skit in New York where he brought those two black guys up there, and one was supposed to be some type of rapper all down there. But guess what? Right now, he just got out on some kind of odd $100,000 bail because he's being indicted right now with a whole bunch of other gang members because they terrorized and got some gang going on down there anyway. So people go do the research on that. Because I ain't telling the truth. Go do the research on that because that was just all over the news too. Those same two black guys he just brought up there talking about the rapper. Oh, I want those kind of teeth. Boy, if you don't quit playing with us in our face.
Not Truth Davis, how are you?
So
Truth Davis?
Where would they be?
In the back. We're back.
Is that Truth
Downstairs.
Davis talking like that?
Yeah, no, that's not me, but
Oh, okay.
hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just give a quick perspective and then I'm getting off. When we talk about women's rights and the abortion, it's bigger than just terminating pregnancies. It's bigger than that. What's going on in North Dakota, South Dakota, and all those red states? And this is for you, Katrina. This is for you.
Tell her Truth Davis.
This is for all you MAGAs.
I love you
this,
already.
This is what, and because I'm a healthcare professional, and I'm gonna give it to you straight. Right now, women who are going in who are pregnant and they are losing their children. You know how you miscarry? The hospitals are literally afraid. Doctors are literally afraid to provide D&Cs because guess what? That's a termination. We're not talking about voluntary. We're talking about involuntary termination. And they can face jail time. These women are pregnant and they're almost dying. One girl had to be flown out from North Dakota to Washington State because she was bleeding. And people don't realize, let me give you a little bit about a woman and her uterus. When a woman starts bleeding from miscarrying, she can literally die. She can bleed out. Come on. She can bleed out. So don't give me this. And let me tell you something about the prescriptions, because I write prescriptions and I'm writing for mental health, okay, because I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Right now, they have removed all the co-pays. You know how people used to go into and had to pay $20, $50? You don't have to do that no more. And you can't be charged for that. And right now, Biden has removed that. Right now they got a legislation that Congress is trying to pass that's bipartisan, that if you got a medical bill, it don't go on your credit. How many black folks done been in the ER and got $5,000-$6,000 bills? $5,000-$6,000 bills on there because they went in there because they didn't have no health care insurance. Don't sit up here, MAGA, and tell me about Trump. And let me tell you a little thing about Trump, because I'm gonna tell you this. And also I'm in the military. He don't respect the military. He don't respect the military at all. Come on. He don't respect us, but he wants to use us. He wants to use us against his own citizen. For the evil. You cannot fire against a U.S. citizen. I don't care what they're doing. Okay? But he wants to use us to riot control. But he didn't let us go in that doggone Capitol. And he was in complete control of the Capitol. Because DC is under the president.
And he sat there and watched it instead of doing something about it.
Let me tell you something. Them other states, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New York, was sending in troops, but they told them, hold up.
Yep.
Don't do nothing.
It was Trump who did that.
And they down there, and let me tell you something. The park police in D.C. is 70% white. And they was catching beatdowns because of January 6th. And let me tell you something else about the January 6th people. The insurrection traitors. They're a pack of traitors. They were high. I talked to a dude that told me, he said, we all were getting high the night before. So we were pumped up.
I can believe it too.
And sit up here and talk about, and these black men holler about, oh, we don't like Biden. You don't even know why you don't like Biden.
Sure don't.
Guess what? You're brainwashed.
And then guess what?
You think you got something in common with Trump, and Trump literally almost 25 years ago, him and Oprah put an ad in the paper for 5 young black men that were under the age of 18 that they deserved the death penalty.
They deserve the death penalty. Come on, that's fine.
And they didn't even commit the crime.
Guess what? The roosters are coming home to roost.
Yep.
They're coming home to roost because everything. See, one thing we do know, I don't believe in karma. I believe in reap what you sow, and it says it in the Bible. You go around here hurting people and doing evil to people, it comes back. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Melania, she ain't got nothing to do with him because you guess what? He embarrassed her.
Come on.
You slept with
porn star while I just had a baby that was 6 weeks old and you bragged about it? Come on now.
And took a picture with her and the porn star. How about that part? And they showed the picture in court. Come on, you better speak the facts.
You sitting up here and remember Trump was married uno, dos, tres. He was married 3 times and he cheated on every last one of them women.
Wow.
And you know, it was just all over the news too that Ivana, which is Ivanka, his daughter's mother that just passed away, that she had claims during their divorce proceedings that he raped her as well. And then after having some conversation with him and coming to some type of agreement, she went back on the statement. And you know why? That's because he paid her ass off.
Y'all sitting up here.
Come on now.
And y'all sitting up here.
He been doing this.
You sitting up here. Oh, Trump is this, Trump is that. Trump don't care nothing about you.
For what I just heard.
Not just that, but Trump was trying to mess with his own daughter. Like, people forget the weird. Oh, you know what? I'm done.
Didn't he have his child sitting in his lap and said, "Look at her. Look how beautiful
Yeah,
she is."
talking about and this is public. This is on TV.
He got pictures with Epstein. Don't sit up here and think he got pictures with him.
Oh,
So don't sit up here
and was on the list too.
MAGA and these black men. You know what? Black men and black women. You sitting up here talking about. I'm so glad that my student loans are forgiven. Okay. I'm so glad because when you forgive student loans, do you know how much money you put back into the economy? Do you know how many doctors that you are going to see that have student loans to go to school? Do you know how many of them? Do you know how many nurses, doctors, physical therapists?
But they still paying them off years after getting out of school.
But you sitting up here, if I had to pay, guess what? These colleges raises their money, they raise their tuition to get the government money.
Yep.
Everybody ain't on Nepo baby. Okay? Everybody's not Nepo baby. But guess what? You got doctors up here right now that came out the mud on a student loan and they taking care of you. They're taking care of you. So don't give me this Trump done did this.
It's Sunday. Go back upstairs.
You sitting
You
up
done
here
had your
talking
Friday,
about,
Saturday
Trump
night.
did this
The weekend is over.
He's good for the economy. All you worried about them little funky stimulus checks.
That's it. That they not, and they not gonna get that this go round. It ain't no damn pandemic no more. People not getting it.
When he get in there, he gonna cut off everything he can.
Food stamps. They don't want these people that get welfare insurance. Nothing.
Preach.
They better come on, wake up.
They sent money. They have sent money. Every state in this country got a surplus of money.
I just said that. Yep.
North Dakota, South Dakota, all those red states got money to take care of the poor children.
But they don't.
And do you know they won't even release this food stamp money for the summer?
Come on.
How many kids you know that need to eat during the summer?
And they've been doing this.
What about when the children were out of school for COVID and they couldn't even do their classes because they didn't have internet? They getting ready to pass legislation that every child under the age of 18 have access to the internet at least until 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
So don't sit up here and talk about
what Trump, Biden ain't doing because he's doing a lot.
All you telling me is that you're following somebody who don't even like you. And y'all can get mad and say whatever, because once I get off of this, I'm going to bed and go to sleep so I can take care of people. But I'm telling you, he don't care nothing about you. He didn't even care nothing about his own wives.
Come on now.
He didn't even respect his wife. He is not a family man.
I wish Katrina could get blocked. She sounds so retarded.
Just let her go. You know what? Because this hitting her. Let this hit her. Don't even pay her no attention.
What she's saying, Trump ain't do none of that with his daughter. Y'all talking about Biden. I've seen it with my own eyes. Don't try to. That's what snakes do. That's what narcissists do. They will convince you that what you seen with your own eyes didn't happen. What you heard with your own ears didn't happen.
He's gaslighting America.
He is.
He hates America, and he will sell us off to anybody who wants us.
For the dollar, for the almighty dollar.
He don't care nothing about none of y'all. He don't care nothing about. If he didn't respect his own 3 wives, he had 3 wives. He cheated on Ivana with that. What's that woman name? Marla Maples. He cheated on Marla Maples all the time, and he left her after 2 years, and then he got Melania, went and picked her up, and then he cheated on her with any porn star he could find. Stormy is just one of many.
Yep.
So if a man would cheat on his wife, what you think? And Howard Stern, since
And don't forget about E. Jean Carroll. Let's not forget about her. He just had to pay millions of dollars to.
He owe her $100 million. He
Come on
owes
now.
New York State $500 million. Now he got 34 counts, felony counts. I don't even look.
Just found guilty on.
I work with a serial killer, only got 10 felony counts. Hello, but he got 34.
Wow.
So you sit up here, everybody sitting up here, these rights back to abortion, you got pregnant women that are literally going to lose and I'm gonna tell you, black and brown women, we are the ones that die the quickest.
Ain't gonna suffer the
nobody
most.
believe us.
Yep.
When we tell you we in pain, when we tell you we sick, ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you.
And these doctors and some of the women that are actually miscarrying for real have faced charges are still doing it right now in some states because they trying to give people the care they need, and then they trying to say some of these women have not naturally it wasn't a natural miscarriage and stuff. They trying to make sure it's not an abortion or you didn't take mifepristone and all this stuff. So it's making it so hard for women in their health right now, and it's bad.
This is what's crazy. You're gonna make mifepristone a controlled substance.
Come on now, you better say it. Didn't they just say that? Them the Republicans, y'all better listen to what she said. Like a drug.
Plan B. You're gonna make Plan B a controlled substance, but you cannot regulate the guns and the weapons that's coming in.
Come on, that's killing everybody up. Come on, girl, you better preach.
Okay. Guess what, ladies?
Come on.
It's me today and it's you tomorrow.
You
it's
right.
your sister.
That
it's
part.
your aunt.
And it ain't gonna stop there. They gonna keep going once he get in there. Watch, it's gonna get worse.
So don't sit up here and I'm all about health care. He didn't want to overturn Obamacare, y'all. He didn't want to overturn Obamacare.
He wanted his name on it because Obamacare is the best they ever could have came up with.
Trump care.
Yep. Come on now, girl, you better preach.
Don't sit up and you sitting up here and guess what? Everybody who did not take the COVID vaccine, I know somebody who did, and he laughed at y'all. He said, I took mine. He took his vaccine.
He sure did, didn't he? Girl, he said that in one of his press conferences. He said, I know a lot of you didn't want to, and that's your choice, but I took it. You know why? Because that motherfucker know what the good is.
Gigi, I was in South Carolina doing immunizations, okay? Doing immunization. These people were setting up, South Carolina has set it up that they were going to Dollar Generals and fast food, setting up clinics to do. And this woman walked up to me. She said, I don't want nobody to see me get this shot. I said, why not? Because if they see me get the shot, they would think that I'm against Trump. No, I told her, you ain't against Trump.
You got y'all brainwashed like that?
I said, you ain't pro. I told her, you ain't pro-Trump, you pro-health.
Y'all remember when Trump said to inject yourself with bleach and it'll get rid of them?
Stupid, exactly.
But then he got COVID and went to the hospital and took the vaccine and was miraculously cured after that. Like people forget this stuff played on the news. They never show it again and people act like it never happened.
Because that's what they do, Rashida, the history. They're going to say misinformation. They are liars. And they're all brainwashed.
Yeah, did they show him going to the hospital on the news? Didn't they show that?
When he got sick,
his
pulse ox was 85%. He was scared. He couldn't. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all said these black men sitting up, I hate Biden. Why you hate Biden? I don't know. Why you hate Biden? I don't know. I don't. But dude, are you even registered to vote? Don't even talk to me if you ain't even registered to vote. Don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me.
Because they can't vote, but Biden can run. I mean, but Trump can run for presidency. Make that make sense.
And I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. There's a black man right in North Carolina running for lieutenant
You
governor.
know why I think a lot of black, I'm sorry, do you know why I think a lot of black men don't like Biden? Huh?
Why?
Because he got a black woman as a V motherfucking P.
And that's what, listen to me. You said that you hit it on the head, and a lot of them Republicans, that's why they want to get him out of there. Because if he do happen to pass away, y'all, if he do happen to pass away and get sick, guess who gonna become the motherfucking president? The first black motherfucking lady, Kamala Harris. And that's why they scared. That's why they scared.
You know
why
what,
they are
TG?
mad, to be honest with
It
you.
is.
That's why they mad. They see a black woman being elevated. They can't stand that shit.
Yep.
A white man said that. A white man said this during when he won. He said they ain't mad at Biden. They mad at the VP.
Come on.
That's who they
And if
mad
Biden
at.
passed,
And that's
if anything happens to any president, who becomes president? His vice president. And that's what it is. They don't want that to be the first black woman. The first woman can't be.
That's
Go ahead, I'm
the
sorry.
scariest thing. And
To
I'm
them.
like I said, I say everybody need to know what the 3 branches of government is. I don't know if y'all grew up, but I grew up with I'm just a bill. I'm just a lonely little bill, and I'm working my way to Capitol Hill. And it gave me the whole way. And see, this is what's going on with our children right now. They don't know it's 3 branches of government. They don't know that he can't control everything. They got safeguards to prevent kings.
That's right.
That's what they got. They got safeguards. We're trying to prevent a king.
Got the Congress, you got the Senate. There you go. You better come on.
And you sitting up here, and I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody sitting up there wearing a red tie in his back. They don't care nothing about him. They just want the votes.
That's it. That's all.
About him. They saying whatever they need to say to get him off their back, because he probably calling, screaming, hollering, and crying and threatening them. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I got to get up and go take care of people.
Girl, you gotta
don't
call
give me
back.
this
You
MAGA
and Shopping Jam. I love Truth. I didn't know you was gonna speak like this. I would have been clicked on your ass.
Well, it's like this. What upsets me, what upsets me is when I hear black men talking about, oh, I hate Biden. Well, what did he do to you? Did he paint you? And I'm gonna tell you something. That person brought up what Biden said in 1977 about desegregation. I read that, and I'm gonna tell you something. We have all said things that we regret and we regret because we don't know the implications. We don't know. And it's like this. I don't know what she's doing, but he put the first black woman. It took all of them for him to put them on there.
She said, I don't know what she's doing.
Katrina, is she still online? I don't know what she's doing because they can't. You got Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas.
I ain't seen the
past 20 years, and all of a sudden he done showed up and showed out.
Right. Where has she been?
Is Katrina still online? Because I want to give Katrina.
Nah, but you know what? You got Katrina representative. Truth. Let me just tell you, a lot of them, they all the same. If you talk to one, you talk to all. All same mindset.
Okay, well, let me tell y'all this. So, Mr. Trump, because he's not President Trump, he's Mr. Trump, like Mr. Obama and Mr. Clinton and Mr. Bush. Mr. Trump has put in for his appeal. Okay? He done put in for his appeal. Guess who sits on the appeals in New York? 5 black
women. You better come on, girl. You better say it, and they ain't finna play with that ass.
Come on, black women.
They ain't finna play with his ass either.
And let me tell you something. Those people.
Shout out to Fanny. Shout out to Fanny. Go ahead.
Those jury. Yes. And I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all can sit up here and oh, it's gonna be a civil war. It's gonna be a civil war. Well, let me explain something to don't sit up here and start talking about if he don't get his way, because he gonna use you to get his way. He throws the rock and hides the hand.
Well, people better do their research, because a month and a half ago, Kim Jong-un, they could put it on news. Kim Jong-un called for his troops to start moving in and getting ready, because he said if Trump become president, he gonna set off his nuclear bomb. So there's gonna be war some type of way anyway. And I believe it.
That's why I said I ain't
Let me
saying
explain something to you.
if it's gonna be a war. Y'all better be ready, because it doesn't matter what happened. We going to war.
Do you see?
We going to war.
Do you see North Korea? They don't even feed their people. Them people be running off into South Korea every chance they get. Those people do. He don't feed his.
He take his money from them to build up his nuclear program.
All right, but
that's what he doing.
Tell me the difference between him and Trump.
It's no difference, Rashida.
It ain't no damn difference. He a dictator, and he's starving his people. It's about him. He living good and living rich, and he's taking all their money so he can make a stronger nuclear program so that he can be stronger against states like us. It's about power. They're the same.
They put, when Trump got into office.
Your phone going out. Hello?
Yeah, her phone went out. She probably in a bad spot.
Truth Davis, it's going in and out. Keep talking, but it's going in. Can we get in a better area, please?
I don't think she can hear you, Gigi.
Truth Davis. Yeah, we didn't hear that last 2 minutes because the audio. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, Trump is trying to intervene. The megas.
Okay,
they're doing some voodoos.
If y'all remember when he got into office, do you remember all the people that were surrounded by him? All those old Republicans from Alabama and Mississippi. All them old Republicans.
They knew they was finna all get together to make some good money. Yep.
They was like, you know why they put him there? Because they were the guardrails.
Yep.
They were the guardrails. But guess what? They can't do nothing with him.
Nothing, because they didn't know he was gonna run like a madman freight train. They didn't know that. That pissed them off after they got in. It was totally different.
Yeah.
She absolutely right.
They was like
you talking real good, but it's
like
going in and out.
I'm Casey. I apologize. This is shit. I need to get a new phone. Next time I call and you say something that I'm interested in, everything you say, Gigi, I'm interested in. Everything.
Well,
we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Real clear as day.
What I'm saying.
Anytime I come up on here, I'm gonna need you to hop on, and I'm gonna try to put my foot on politics. So I'll be going live every day about these topics. So we can have more writers. So go ahead. Because before I was afraid to talk about politics. But now.
But when you do your research, Gigi, you can speak upon it. That's why I keep telling people, do your research.
Right.
Don't just listen to what the news, not some of these propaganda shows saying.
Yeah, because they got
fake journalists.
They have me in fear. They have me in fear. Listening
it's like this.
We can't hear you.
Let me tell you something. Don't you live in? You can't hear me. Can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you now.
Doggone it. Let me tell you.
We can hear you.
My brother said something. My brother told me before he died, everything has to happen. All this has got to happen. All this is going to be in play. Everything is in play. You just have to be prepared for it. Okay? I tell everybody, and I'm telling myself, we are right now, quote, in feast. We're in feast. Every 7 years is feast. Every 7 years is famine. Look at economics. Famine is coming. And these people sitting, and I'm gonna tell you, anytime you sitting up here and you see you can go get a job, anybody can go get a job right now. Anybody can go get a job.
Can I say something? They everywhere I see they hiring.
Yep.
So it's no excuse. But these people, a lot of they don't want a job.
That's right. They just want some checks that they ain't finna get no more.
They don't want no job. They don't want to work. But go ahead.
And that's why I say, you sitting up here, these people sitting up here hollering about Biden ain't done nothing for me. Fine, he ain't done nothing for you. Fine, use your option to vote. But I'm gonna tell you what, when only reason why Trump wants to get in to prove a point, I won.
To prove that fucking point and to fucking tear down democracy and keep fucking with us. That's
And
it.
you know
That's
why
all.
he tearing? And you know why he tearing down democracy? You know why? Because Putin wanted it.
That part.
Putin wants in on America. He
That
tired
part.
of
He
us.
gonna give it to him.
He tired of us. And that's why I said all these bots and all that, that's what it is. So Gigi, I gotta get
Yeah,
up.
him and Putin are good friends, girl. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is real good with them Putins.
You know what? And she's an embarrassment.
She is.
Her and Brobar are the biggest embarrassments. And how do you let somebody in that don't have a clue? She mispronounced words.
She don't even know the laws when she be in there in the meetings or nothing. You better come on.
And do she think
that's how
they corrected her all the time? They be correcting her and telling her what she should be saying and what the law is. And it's like, well, bitch, ain't you one of these motherfucking representatives? You should know. She knows nothing.
Just like Trump. Ain't Trump another? And Trump ain't nothing but another Marjorie Greene.
Exactly. And I'm glad Jasmine Crockett gets her ass together.
She ain't nothing
do
but a
you honestly think? Do you do Marjorie Taylor Greene think that Trump is even paying attention to her?
No, he don't like her. You know why? You know why they deal with her? Because she makes a lot of money from them with her bullshit, with them fundraisers. That's why.
He likes beautiful women. He loves looking at beautiful women. I ain't never even heard him acknowledge her. Did y'all ever hear him acknowledge her?
I have, but it's because she makes the money from them campaigns. She raises, if y'all Google this, y'all will see that she makes a great majority of the money for fundraisers for the Republican Party. That's why they deal with her disrespectful ass.
How many of you guys have seen The Handmaid's Tale? Press 2 of you seen it. The Handmaid's Tale. If you guys seen it, you know
I haven't seen that.
Girl, you gotta watch it.
I saw the movie. I saw the movie.
It's a TV show.
Well,
okay, The Handmaid's Tale.
I couldn't watch the TV show because I saw the movie. Basically, what it is,
but I wanted to
only
tell
the poor women can,
Marjorie.
Only the poor women can have children.
Marjorie Greene Taylor, she reminds me of the older lady that get the girls together. You have this girl. She is more masculine. She's not attractive, but she is very strict to the girls, and she beats on the girls, and she do these girls real horrible to get them in line, to lay on their back so they can give birth to, the upper people, and they take their babies. They are taking these, young girls' babies, like you said. But I just said she reminds me
of slave days.
Marjorie Greene Taylor. She has a role to play.
Yeah. And I want to say too, Gigi, to the young lady, I think did she just log off?
I think we lost her. Yeah, but go ahead.
No, I was just gonna tell her, salute her and tell her thank you for her service. My brother's a 2-time retired surgeon from the Army, so I really respect. We a big Army family. I got nephews in there now, so and a cousin in the Air Force, so we a big Army family. And I respect them. I just want to salute her for her service. That was it.
So Rashida, what are your thoughts?
I just reserved my slot to go to the range tomorrow. It's nothing to do right now with everything going on. Now, we was talking about politics tonight, but I look at everything that's going on in the world, and there's only really 2 things you can do, and that's get right with God and be prepared for whatever comes to your front door.
That's it. That's all.
And I guess because it's all the signs are there, right, Rashida?
Every last one of them.
All the signs are here. All the wars are in place. You know what's going on here. It's right in front of your face. But a lot of us are distracted by um, other news, right? And we're not seeing it because we're so caught up in Cardi B or Love and Hip Hop or Housewives of Atlanta. So it would hit a lot of them as a shock because they just
Right. I mean, if you distract people, it makes it easier to blindside them, right?
that's true.
They can't get ready if they distracted with all of this stuff, right?
Mhm.
That's why I say, y'all, but like any way it go, it doesn't hurt to be ready. Just put it
And,
like that.
and
It
they got
doesn't
a
hurt
lot of
anything.
distractions out here because guess what's distracting right now from all that political mumbo jumbo? Everything going on with Diddy, all these different stars that got all these issues and problems coming at them. You got the beef, the rap beef with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. All this stuff pops up. Now all this shit starting to hit the fan and come to a fruition. And as it get closer to this election, pay attention. They
But you
won't.
know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
We have these conversations, and these are the same conversations me and my husband sit down and have. And the sad part of it all is no matter how much we talk, no matter how much we have these conversations, who's going to get up and change anything? Who's going to do something? Nobody.
Well, hopefully somebody it'll hit somebody's ears and they make the right choice so they can go vote against putting his ass in office.
But it's not going to happen because for every person that's willing to vote, you're going to have 20 other people that's not. You're going to have people saying, well, they don't feel the same way. People got different views. One thing that I can give every other race is that they have numbers and they stand together regardless of their differences.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though, but that's why I respect Taylor Swift, and a lot of people want to give backlash to Taylor Swift. But and this documentary is on YouTube as well. Taylor Swift sat down with her family. They're a Catholic family, and they've always voted Republican. She sat down with her mother, father, dad, her siblings, and she sat down and explained to them what she did not like what was going on right now, and why she's going to vote for Biden instead of voting Republican.
I
And
know
she told
that's right, Taylor.
and she clearly told her dad, she said, Dad, I know you're gonna be upset about this. She said, but I have to do this. She said, because we are Catholic. She said, and we don't believe in this, that, and the other that they believe in. She said, that's not what we believe, and I can't go for that. And her dad sat down next to her, gave her a hug, and told her he was gonna support that. And that's what it is. So people better get up and do their research. They better get up and do their research.
I like that girl, Taylor Swift.
I'm telling you, people better do their research. That's why all of them against her right now. Because they used to ride her coattail. So y'all better do the research.
Trump. They wanted her to be for Trump.
She ain't with it. And go look up that documentary for the one lady that was saying that she didn't believe nothing I said.
I love that for Taylor. Go ahead, girl. Woo.
But Gigi, I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna hit your Instagram with my info. I'm gonna drop down because I gotta work in the morning. Y'all have a good night.
And Truth Taylor, I need you to hit me up too, Truth Taylor. Thank you, Shopping Jams. Rashida.
Yeah.
Ooh. But you know what I heard? I heard that the mega people, they already got a lot of water. They already stocking up on cans because they started.
They have bunkers. Let me tell you, these houses out here, they have bunkers. They have underground tunnels. They do all of this. Let me tell you, like a lot of my clients. When I tell you basements full of mason jars of food, preservatives, all different types of stuff. I have conversations, let me tell you, I have conversations with people who are MAGA, who are racist, respectful conversations. Like I said, people are able and they are allowed to feel the way that they feel, right? Whether we like it or not, they are allowed to feel that way. It becomes a problem.
Well, it depends because if it's hurtful and like hateful,
that's what I'm saying.
And
if
then
it hurts somebody else,
not allow anybody to talk about him.
No, now that's what I'm saying though. But I'm talking about just the thoughts people have, the feelings that they have about whatever they feel passionate about. The same way I'm passionate about the things that I'm passionate about. Yes, I have an open mind to listen, but certain things I don't budge on. And at the end of the day, people are allowed to feel how they want to feel. Now, the moment you start hurting somebody and reflecting and not treating other people as human beings, regardless of the differences, that's what a problem comes in at. At the end of the day, it is not my job to convince a racist person why I should be looked at as a human being just like them. That's not my place. As long as they don't disrespect me, as long as they don't try to hurt me or my family, we can coincide. I don't care about nobody else's feelings. Just don't put that off on me. Don't bring that to me, because there's plenty of people, like I said before, I could not like somebody, but that does not mean that gives me the right to talk about them, demean them in their face, spit on them, call them out their names, slash their tires just because I don't like them. That doesn't give me that right. I could not like them and still walk past them every day and, hi, how you doing? But we don't have to go no further than that, or not even speak. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I disagree.
And you're entitled to that. Everybody is entitled to that. I have a problem when we don't see eye to eye, and you do things like um try to intimidate me, try to bully me, call me out my name. That's when I have an issue, because your feelings is your feelings, mine is mine. You stay over there and I'll stay over here. Don't come to me with the BS. That's just how I feel, because you can't change everybody. It's like some people is like talking to a big brick wall. Like, I would rather have a conversation with a person that stand on their beliefs, whether I agree with it or not, but are open to have a conversation with me to get an understanding. Why do you feel like this? It's okay to have understandings. I have people that I talk to on an everyday basis. One of my clients told me that I was the only black person they liked. It's crazy to hear, but at the end of the day, she respects me. She doesn't call me out my name. She doesn't treat me less than. She treats me like a human being. I can't change her. She's older. So she's set way in her ways. But I'm not gonna, because I don't agree with her now, terrorize her. It's the terroristic things. It's the treating me like I'm not human just like you. You want to go around ignorant thinking that a skin color makes somebody more superior than somebody else. That's your stupidity, not mine.
Well, Rashida, you said a lot. You said a lot, Rashida. And how I feel about that, when you first started off, you said, I guess with the racists, as long as they stay over there and you stay over there, it's fine. Hell no, I don't want to tolerate it at all, because I know that racist is like a mustard seed and it will grow and it
But
will
what can
flow.
you do about it?
I know. Hold on. I'm telling my feelings now. And I know that motherfucker is going to aim at me. One day or another, it's coming. So I want to snatch it
Well,
up by
then,
the root. I want
wait,
to snatch it up by the root. I'm
what
not
was the
going
first thing I
to
said though, Gigi? I said, be ready.
say it a lot. You
Be
said
ready. That was
right.
the very first
How
thing.
I feel. I was saying how I feel. I'm gonna snatch that shit by the root. I'm not tolerating that bullshit. Oh no. I know you sitting at me and you smiling at me, but I know you really thinking about tying me up on that tree. Yeah. You thinking
You
about
could you could think about it. You can even try it if you want to. It
Rashida.
ain't gonna end well.
No, they not. I'm not gonna allow them to think about it or try it. No, you won't.
Yeah, but you can't stop. That's what I'm saying. When
I
it
know,
comes
but I'm
down to what people
saying
think,
feelings.
you can't stop that.
You can't control people, but Rashida, I'm saying my feelings.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
this is my feelings. I cannot turn the world and make it spin faster. I can't make it spin slower. I can't go back time, but I'm just expressing my feelings. Okay. So for me, I want to snatch it from the root because I know how much pain my ancestors been through that individual's bull crap. And I know their ancestors was the reason for it. And I know they are a representation of hate because it's been passed down to them and they're going to pass down to their kids and they're going to come for me. They're coming for my family. They're coming for people that looks like me. It is my enemy. No, I can't. My enemy. I don't give a damn. They can smile in my goddamn face. My enemy.
Yeah, but enemies can come in all shapes and colors. That's why I don't hate one set group.
About this, Rashida, you changing it now. I'm
No,
talking
it's not that. It's
let's
just
call him Bob. We talking about Bob because you had said
yeah.
I got it in my mind. Bob, he's the R word, and you sat down and you talked to Bob, which is
Yeah.
the R word. So
Right.
I'm just expressing how I feel about motherfucking Bob. Okay.
So because you know Bob is racist, you wouldn't even have a conversation with him.
No.
But what if all right, but what if Bob was misinformed and he is willing and open-minded to learning?
He won't be learning from me. He's gonna have to find a black person like you, Rashida.
I just feel like I give respect to those who give respect to me, regardless of
Can I just say how I feel about it? You said how you feel.
Yeah.
Just how I feel. Because I feel a way don't have nothing to do with your feelings. You
That
understand?
is true.
So Bob gonna have to find a black person like Rashida, okay? A black person like Tim Scott, okay? Because bitch, I don't have time for it. I don't have the patience. I don't have the time, okay? Because my ancestors gonna talk to me and I'm gonna wear your ass out, okay? Bitch,
Yeah.
you don't gotta do nothing to me. I know how
Right.
you feel in your heart. I know what your people did to me, okay? So that's how I'm coming with it. So you better keep that you are our word. You better keep it a damn secret. Don't ever think that you're going to feel comfortable enough.
Oh, they comfortable.
That you
no.
Oh,
No. We ain't living in the same world if you think that they very comfortable and they getting more and more comfortable by the day. I literally watched the change.
I have not seen it yet, Rashida. It hasn't hit me yet. Okay?
Mm.
Not hit me yet. I know my cousins may see it, but they check it at the door. But for me personally, it has not hit me. And
Yeah.
I'm saying how I feel right now. Now, Rashida, if I'm at if I'm at what's that Panda Express, and it's a whole bunch of KKs come up in that motherfucker with them sheets on. Now, I'm not about to bust a move. I'm gonna walk my ass out. I'm outnumbered. Bitch. Girl, I'm walking out. I'm running out, okay? And I'm gonna have my video record. Help! Help! Girl.
Yeah, I could see how you would feel that way. Yeah.
No. But no, I don't want to talk to no R person. We don't got nothing to talk about. I'm not about to explain shit. I'm not
But
doing
that is why it would never stop because of things like that, Gigi.
No, it's not because you will always have black people like you, Rashida, that have the time. It's a lot of black people that want to be validated by race people. You know,
No. Don't get that mistaken, Gigi. I don't care about validation.
I'm not saying you, but I'm saying there are a lot of black people that want to, well, why don't you like me? And why do you see me?
No, now see.
And why how you feel that way about me?
Yeah, no. I like to pick people brains. Now, this is not just with racist people. This is just different people in general. I have my own train of thought. So when anybody thinks different, I like to know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't need validation from anybody. Like my thing is
I'm not
this.
saying you, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna build my own table. I don't care about sitting at nobody else's table. It makes zero sense to me to try to fight or convince anybody that I am worthy. I know I'm worthy. I don't need for nobody else
What
to
are
tell
you
me
talking
that.
to them for? I mean, what's the point? What the whole dialogue?
Well, it starts.
Bob, what's the point?
All right, so let's say Bob. Bob needs some work done. He called me. I'll go over to do some work. He start having conversation. We talk, and it always start with politics, of course. And I state how I feel, he state how he feel, and then Bob always got a backstory about how the grandfather taught him this and that, but he's trying to understand this, that, and the third. These are most of the times how the conversation goes. Like I have an acquaintance that I talk to,
Right, but
and
for me, I'll cut you off right now. For me, I'm not your therapist. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be in your life. I don't want to be associated with a racist. I don't want to be known to have an association with them or whatever. I'm gonna treat their ass like a damn plague, and I'm That's just me. If I find out that you one of them, oh no, oh no, that's just me.
that's how I know, but that's how I know that they're getting comfortable and bold because I have experienced and I've seen it. All right, so I'm from New Jersey. All the way up until I moved to Atlanta when I was 24, 25. That was the first time I ever experienced racism. Prior to that, I only known racism from what I seen on TV and what I heard. Me personally, I have never experienced it where I'm from because where I'm from is people of all walks of life. And nobody never treated nobody, you know what I'm saying? But when I moved to Georgia, that was my first experience. Then I moved to Pennsylvania.
Okay,
And boy,
hold on, Rashida. Sorry to cut you off. KFC, you still there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So do you have any last thoughts? I did never got a chance to ask you. How do you feel about Trump being a convicted felon?
No, I mean I just disagree with everything you were saying about Biden.
I know that. So we're on. I want to know, what are your thoughts about him being a convicted felon?
No comment.
Okay. You cool.
And that
Okay.
doesn't mean because I like him. But just
No,
that's a long conversation to get into.
You might just agree, or you may be cool. You may be MAGA. It's okay. I have plenty of MAGAs. There's nothing wrong with it, boo.
No, I'm not a MAGA. I'm not a MAGA.
It's okay if you were KFC.
But don't do that, Gigi, because I'm not a MAGA though.
I'm just saying it's
I'm
okay if you were.
I'm just saying I don't like when people use people for their purpose to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had all this on this man, then you should have never allowed him to be president. You don't let him serve 4 years, and then you want to come back and get the dirt that was already there before he came into office to use it against him again, to try to use it against him so he can't run again. That doesn't.
but that they can't. KFC, he could still run with all of that, regardless if they convict him. He still can run.
Dirt. Why is your foot on him so hard now? See, this is the thing with Biden. Why are all these
Because
black
he lied.
That he did all this, that he's going to do
He
all
was lying about a lie, and they just had to prove that he was lying. That's what that was about.
Biden hasn't. What?
All of them. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with Biden either. I think
if you're going to vote for the lesser of two evils, then you're evil yourself. Why are you voting, period?
KFC.
Why are you
because
voting?
your vote wait, what? Huh? So I mean, not voting, you do know, is almost the same as picking one of them.
Of course.
You do know that, right? The votes start with your states. Because at the end of the day, regardless of who's president, when bills is getting passed, when you deal with how much money you're gonna make, when you deal with rent going up, food going up, that's a state by state thing. The state determines. Now, the government gives each state a certain stipend, let's say. And that state, depending on who's running it, gets to determine how they're going to use that stipend. As long as they use it within the time frame that the government gives them, that's where it starts, by voting for who's going to be running your state.
But you know, KFC, especially if she's going to always rock for those men that disrespect women in the worst way.
Right. That's why I be feeling like shit, she be trolling.
Oh God, I hate to ask this. So how do you feel about what he did to his wife? But anyway, call him from 301-310. 310. Are you there? 310?
Yeah, 301.
31.
Los Angeles.
Oh, it says 310. But yeah, you're on.
Los Angeles. Thank you. I enjoy everyone. I always enjoy Gigi.
Oh, thank you.
I hope to God she stand her ground. She just a warrior. She's a fighter. Fighters have that kind of attitude. But I wanted to say that I am a mixed race black woman.
A mixed race black woman?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a mixed. So my skin is brown. My hair is thicker than silk. So when I go places with my husband, he's a white man. You don't get no whiter than my husband. He's been a Republican his entire life. I was raised in a Republican home. My father is very heavy into politics. I think a lot of things is according to messed up information. And Trump is very good at giving wrong information to confuse everyone. But once you get to know that he's that kind of person, then you should be too smart to let that happen to you. Trump is racist. Trump could care less. Now, if you vote at all, you have to vote for Biden or you have to vote for Trump. Now, my English is not very good because we're not, let's just say born in America. But my husband is an unbelievable Republican donor. And he demands respect. He demands it. You're not going to disrespect him. It's not going to happen. But he has the money to make that happen. When he found out a few things, you have a brown wife. We got all these little babies running around. You have grandchildren. I'm 60. He's older than I am. And we have a great grandbaby on the way. That baby's mixed. My granddaughter married a white man. I don't think any of the women in my family married black men. They all married white men. I can't tell you why, but that's what I like. That turns me on. I can't, I can't. Did you understand me?
Yes. And I just want to say thank you so much for telling your story. And I do agree with you. I think that Trump, he lies a lot. He puts misinformation. He is very selfish. He's all about himself. He disrespects women. He disrespects his own wife. Do you understand? He essayed his own wife. Do you understand? He is not a family man, and he is a very bad man. And you can just see it, and people know it. But I also think that people are attracted to bad and villains. They're attracted to evilness. Nowadays in the movies, you got people rallying for the villain. You know, they love a Joker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the Joker, and people love the Joker.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Why I married my husband, maybe, but I love him.
Oh,
And I,
wait, you said that's why you married your husband?
no, I said maybe. I don't know. I've been told that before, but this I do know. We do love each other. You know, we've been together for over 40 some years, and we have weathered every storm. If you think you're a tough woman, be brown skinned and marry a white man.
Oh,
Now, if
no,
you,
I'm good. I have a very dark chocolate husband. And
now,
I just love my, just blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. But more power to you. You love who you love.
yeah, but I would not. My husband took his money that he was voting because he's got 60 some years of putting his money on behind the person that he want to get it. And he's a banker. He can do it. So instead of putting his money behind Trump, I told him, you see what was going on. If you vote for him, you voting against me.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And I
Speak up, girl.
stood my ground.
Speak up, girl.
It's a
I
vote
love that.
against your wife. It's a vote against your children. It's a vote against your grandchildren. I have some of the most gorgeous sons in the world. They're light-skinned and mixed race, tall, built like a refrigerator. They're beautiful children. So if you want to vote against them, you go ahead. You do that. But you're going to do it in divorce court. Now,
No,
I'm going to
that's
say
right.
one more thing. I'm going to say one more thing. When he took his money and he put it behind Biden. As far as Biden winning, I can see growth. So don't count him out. He's
I'm not gonna call him out.
Sleepy Joe. I don't care how sleepy you are, as long as you're doing something for me.
I know that's right.
Okay.
I prefer a boring
Yeah, well-
president than an evil, a lot of chaos, a lot going on any day. Give me boring. Give me boring.
I don't care about that. It's not entertainment, and they're not supposed to entertain you. You know, this is your livelihood. But the thing about it, you can look at Trump. You can see the devil all over this man. There's a Baptist preacher, and then there's a Christian preacher. Both of them are white. They was on TV, and they said what they see Christians doing every day for Trump is blasphemy.
Ooh, say
And
that
I
again.
agree with him. It's blasphemy. They
Yes,
have
it is.
not.
They are worshiping that man.
They don't see him as a man. They see him as a God.
Mm.
They see him as a God. And something is dead wrong. Do you not know he's never paid for anything? His supporters paid for him to sleep with opponents, with that, whoever she is, prostitute, whatever. They paid for that. They paid $130,000. Then he falsified the papers and looked like, you know, it come from other areas. He has milked them for every dime that he has. He's milked them. And then the supporters continue to send money. Baby, you better put that money in your community. Or if you just got money to just do like that, change to do like that, then put it in your pocket, do something with it. But I wouldn't donate nothing, a dime to Trump. But when a wife, I'm going to say this about Donald Trump's wife, when a wife marry a man, there may be a few things you don't know. But you're crazy if you think that woman don't know that man. She know he's a liar. She know he's racist. She know he sleeps around. She knows this. She don't give a damn. She probably lived the way I live. Like, I don't give a damn. I just look the other way. If you got a broom, just wash it over in my face. Because I don't care. I could care less. The money is good. The money's coming in. I can get what I want. And the only person that made me knock me off that little throne was Donald Trump. I cannot do Trump. And every black person, Trump said he wants, black men are going to vote for Trump because they want Trump to put black women in their place.
You got it. You got it.
Dude,
because we know Trump, number one target will be
my
black women.
Thank you. They want Trump. Every black man I've ever spoke with have said this to me. They want to put Trump, they want to use Trump to put black women in their place. One young man told me, yeah, I'm voting for him because he's going to put these black bitches in their place.
That's exactly how they are. You got it dead. I've heard that so many times. You hit it dead on the nail, girl. Dead on the nail.
Sick. But that's all I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Oh, I'm in love. I love these phone calls. I'm loving this conversation. What are your thoughts about this, Rashida?
I love you, Gigi. This is the only platform where you could come, you could speak your mind, you could have debates and really not like, it's crazy, right? I see comments that rub me the wrong way, but I still like it. I like the debate. I like the challenge. I love everything about it. I just feel like I can't stress it enough. Y'all better be ready. I'm serious. Gigi, I might have to come and get you when shit hit the fan.
Yeah, you know they don't take you serious till something happened. They're not gonna believe
until it happened. I know.
When it's
but
too
I mean,
in.
But does it hurt to be prepared for anything? It just doesn't hurt to be prepared.
Do they prepare for anything else?
No, they
Do
don't.
they prepare for all these babies they got? Huh? They ain't gonna be prepared. Shit. They up here having a good old time, girl. They at the bars. They doing them. Thank you, Gabrielle. $20. Shit. I mean, but we did have warnings. You see all the colleges, you see the protests, you see what's going on all around the world. So it's just a matter of time. You're gonna be next.
Right. I don't know. It's just it's crazy.
Run, though, Rashida. I mean,
we did.
Good run in America where there was no wars here, but eventually what goes up, what goes
must come down, right?
Must come down. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And it looked like it is here. We knew when they lost the Civil War, we knew they wanted revenge. And that's why I feel like you got to snuff them on out. Okay. But, they feel like Trump is going to be the man that's going to push them up. And the Christians that she's talking about, I think those are Christians from back with the KKs and those groups. Because, the masters, they were very religious. The K's, they were very religious. Everything they did was they felt that God told them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, whew.
It's crazy, but it's good to know.
Yeah, and this gonna be in the history books, Rashida.
It is.
Your great grandkids is gonna read about this, and then you can tell them, "Yep, I was here at this time."
Yeah,
we know about it right before it unfolds.
It's crazy, but it's true. So much is gonna be in the history books. Like the history books is gonna be mind blowing. They're gonna be like, wait, what? Y'all had a guy running for presidency and he was being convicted. Yeah.
All you black men, that's so up. He's gonna send your ass on the front line. Rashida, when they go to war, who gonna be on the front line?
Oh yeah, definitely Definitely. All our men.
Who gonna be on the front line?
All them black men.
All them black men. They're gonna take women out of the army. I can tell you that. They're gonna stop that shit. No, Lady A, because illegal immigrants, they want them out, remember? So they're not gonna use them. You cannot serve in the military. The military is an honor. So they cannot use illegal. They're gonna go for the black men. They are disposable to them. So yeah, keep you are voting for your death.
That's
Good
all.
luck. Good
That's
luck.
all you're doing.
It's an honor.
They're gonna wear that proudly.
And they already think they like, listen, these black men, they already pound each other. Won't we just make it make sense? Put them in wars to fight. They like guns anyway. They like to be destructive anyway. Let's just redirect them.
And you know what's crazy? Like, okay, so anything that's happening right now, whoever takes on presidency for the next term, anything bad that's happening, is going to be on a slow turnaround, but the next president is going to get credit for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it happens. Like, people, like when 9/11 happened, right? We seen it coming. Like, I used to have arguments. I used to smoke, right? And I was telling my dude, I'm like, yo, you do know that this is gonna affect the drug dealers as well. And he was like, that what happened with the World Trade don't have nothing to do with us. And I'm like, are you crazy? I'm like, do you see what happened? I said, security gonna be so tight at the airports. They hijack planes. I said the prices of everything about to go up. Inflation is about to be a thing. No, people argued me down. What was it, Gigi? Maybe 4 to 6 months later, prices of everything skyrocketed. People don't look like a lot of people live in the now and not the future.
Anything that goes bad with Trump, if he get in, he gonna blame it on Biden. The reason why this happened,
right?
Biden, and they're gonna pick it up. He's not gonna be accountable. He can never be accountable. He's never gonna be saying he did something wrong or made a mistake. He's always gonna use Biden as a scapegoat.
Right. It's like it's so much happening, and people don't even realize the fact that like everybody has a voice right now. Like what we doing right now in the future, this won't be. And people don't even see that coming. They
Yeah,
don't see
these are the good days.
Right here, right now.
Remember when we was on a platform, we were just talking. We had so much freedom, girl. We could do this, we could do that shit. Now we can't do shit.
Right.
Oh, I tell you, don't take nothing for granted. Anything can be taken away from you at any moment.
Right. You just got to look at where the world is going, and you could kind of predict what's going to happen just by looking at everything that's going on in the world at one time. It's not just about the presidents. At the end of the day, it's everything that's happening as a whole. You could just see what we headed for.
Well, I love you guys. I enjoyed this.
Love you too, Gigi.
Sheeta. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. DJ, where you at?